understand if okay.
It's not ideal.
I know it's not ideal. If a man's going to cheat, why would you want him to cheat on someone as fine or finer than you?
Because I'm going to be disgusted if you cheated with somebody that don't even look in my couch. No, now I don't. Now I look at you like, ew, my nigga. Like, I'm sorry. I can't help that.
All right, so let me rephrase this for both of y'all then. Is there a caliber of woman that your man can fuck and you could be like, all right, I get it?
For me, yes. Especially if I want to fuck her too. Oh, yeah, bitch, I get it. You cheat fine. Like, if I see her...
But you know that's not most concepts. You know
no, but I'm just saying, even if... I was cheated on in high school. I can't say as an adult, so I don't know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it was never a girl that made me feel like... It never made me feel no slight to myself. Mm-hmm. If the girl doesn't look...
So she was finer than you?
No.
The girl in high school?
I mean... No, we were... It's so funny. We were complete opposites, but to me, I could see why. Like, I'm like, she was brown. It was like... But she was fine. She wasn't ugly at no point or anything, but I just couldn't... I didn't really feel a comparison between us. She found out, I found out. It wasn't even no beef.
So you was proud of your nigga?
I wouldn't say I was proud, but I was like, at least...
I'd have fucked with that if you like, I was proud of that nigga.
I mean, it didn't make me feel a slight. Like, I didn't feel like it was a negative towards me. I didn't feel like I did anything inadequate. I just felt like he wanted to fuck with her. She was fine. Like, simple.
What about you, Billie Holiday?
Hell is Billie Holiday.
She sung some old. She had the same hairdo as you. I don't know.
Billie Holiday.
I honestly don't know how I would feel in any situation, whether she finer than me or not. Mm-hmm. Cheating is just cheating. Her looks don't.
Hey, quick question though. That hairdo came with that mole? You had that mole. No, seriously. No, I sit next to her all the time. You had for real.
2 moles today.
You got that hairdo and they put that mole there, didn't it?
No, it's been there.
That mole been there?
Yeah, it's been there.
That's an extra mole.
No, you know what it is? You said you've been doing just bare nothing.
Right. I haven't been wearing
what
makeup at all.
So you can see it.
My bad. You can continue. You just throwing me off though. That's all.
Why am I throwing
you off? And the swoop on your side of the table.
Yeah, for real.
So you got to peep around in little things to see.
You know, niggas love swoops.
It depends. Where we going?
Ever since Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Like a swoop.
A swoop cool if we going somewhere, but go ahead. I'm sorry. You don't know how
cheating
you
is
cheating.
Cheating is cheating. So her looks don't define me. A man is just gonna do what a man want to do.
But I mean, will you see it and not be as upset if she bad? Like if you see it, you be like, oh, I get what that nigga was thinking.
Like if your old lady cheat with LeBron James, you're like, I get it.
I would be mad though.
You'd be mad.
I don't get LeBron.
Right, but I'm saying he rich.
Know he got a lot of motherfucking money.
No, I would understand if my woman left me for LeBron.
Oh, not
that makes sense.
For
but
LeBron.
if you fuck LeBron,
that's
bitch,
different.
I don't understand that.
Well, she fucking in hopes of leaving you.
No.
Yeah,
you're supposed to leave me like I got LeBron, I'm out. Bet I understand.
She got
I ain't
fucking
even
first. LeBron ain't.
Fine. He ain't leaving her.
No comment.
Go ahead.
Where's my check keep sliding? Go ahead.
No, I don't think that deep into it though. Like, so to me, cheating is cheating no matter what the person looks like. I've seen situations where people have cheated and you would be like, it's like the impossible cheat. Like these people are so low the surface to where it's just one of those things where men are going to do what men do. So I can't pay attention to looks because apparently there was something at that time that brought y'all together.
So if me and you date and I cheat on you and you find out it's Carrie Hilson in my phone, first of all, you're going to think that's a fake name. Then when you keep looking through it, you're going to find out this the real bitch. You ain't going to feel no different kind of way? I'm just asking.
No, Carrie Hilson is still human.
So you're going to leave me? That's not a punishment. If you leave me and I'm left with Carrie Hilson, thank you.
Yeah. That's your choice.
But you can't do that though. Yeah. That's not a like that. You have to stay. That's another thing girls don't realize. Stay with your nigga. Leaving him is not punishment.
You said the punishment is making you stay with making you stay with her when you can have Carrie Hilson.
Yes, make me stay here.
Cheating ain't one of the top reasons I'ma leave. It's just disrespect. If you speak to me in a foul way that makes me feel less than, I'll leave you before you cheating on me.
Now the awkwardest thing about your girl leaving is like the side bitch will give you less pussy now. You ever notice that? Mm-hmm. When you get caught, it's like the side bitch don't want you no more. It's like, bitch, what the fuck was that?
Because the thrill of fucking with you is he want her.
I'm free to fuck with you.
Because I'll tell you why. I'll be real with you.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've had an interaction before where technically I was a side bitch, I suppose. But
ain't no technically.
I I mean, I didn't
Say
know
nothing technical
until I
about it.
knew. But then once I knew, I was like, okay, well, it's out in the open now.
Right.
Well, okay. But it's because, like, you kind of have it in your head that if that nigga's not with that girl, he gonna be with you. But then when he does say she leave, and then you still ain't.
So the illusion is gone.
It's gone.
Okay.
It's no more dreaming. It's basically like, oh, nigga, you really only wanted me in
Just
this
the
area.
fuck.
You don't ever want me there.
Damn, so the side bitches think we love them? Is that
No,
what
it's not that. You think it's like, oh, you have all this fun with me, and I bring out all this fun
Right.
for you, and
Like if it wasn't for her, it would be me.
then we would be fun all
Then
the
now
time.
she ain't here and it still ain't me.
And then now she not here, and whatever the fuck you was taking out on her, now you taking out on
Hey,
me.
give me some, man.
No.
I think you might have saw that for me. I need a high five. Normally you don't saw nothing for me, but I like that. That makes so much sense though, didn't it? Are you on shrooms right now? That makes so much sense. No, thank you. I would. No, I never thought that though. That makes a lot of sense though. Like the illusion is over.
Yeah.
Like nigga, now what's your excuse? It's
So-
not me.
Yes, and then it's like, oh, so I was only fun because it was like an outlet when you was mad at this motherfucker. You come to find me, and I don't got no problems with you because I ain't got nothing to deal with you with.
Do you still smash your side chick the same after you lose your old lady?
Fuck no,
I
they
kiss
don't.
on the neck.
You kiss on the neck now.
I don't feel like I got nobody to disrespect.
The adrenaline rush is gone.
For who?
It's not the same. Like once the main chick leaves, there's no thrill for the side chick anymore. Like part of the thrill in most people cheating is the fact that you have access to something that you know you're not supposed to have.
You ever been inside?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
So then there ain't no thrill in the whole shit. The shit's depressing as fuck. But every time you see the motherfucker, you be
but
like,
it depends
okay, it's
on
worth it again.
It depends on what side of the spectrum you're on. For him, it is a thrill.
No,
Like,
I
there's
mean,
an
as the
excitement.
person that is the other one,
Not a
who
thrill.
knows you the other one, it's never a thrill. It's just that you feel like the
But
situation,
it was a thrill until you found
No,
out.
it wasn't no thrill ever not being the main. It was just that I fuck with you that much that I don't really give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck about your microphone, do you?
Oh, no.
She
She
She got a good voice. She got a loud
I
voice, so it don't
understand
really.
that.
It
She
don't
don't give
really.
a fuck
Yeah.
about that microphone.
But sometimes it'd be like, and I just be looking up. So that's
She probably suck dick the same way. She probably start sucking and then start talking to you about something. You be like, "Bro, are you gonna suck the dick?"
absolutely the fuck not. No,
Jesus Christ, she just got a hole in it. Like actually some weird shit.
no.
Let it go.
Right? You
Just put it down.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
But it ain't no thrill. It's like, first of all, a person ain't gonna be no side to just any nigga. It's somebody who makes you feel like in any other aspect of life I wouldn't do this shit. But I fuck with you that much. And I really feel like you fuck with me that much. You just got some ties over there that's not easily cut loose. So you fuck with me and I fuck with you. It ain't no thrill. You get in your feelings, you feel some type of way and all that shit. But in the grand scheme of things, when it's like done properly, you don't lack because niggas ain't really doing shit they supposed to do anyway. So if you assign to a nigga and he taking care of all the business, it's like, why the fuck would I go somewhere else when this nigga doing everything he's supposed to do? The only thing I'm lacking is no one knows. But people ruin things that they know about. So who the fuck cares if anyone
I'm
knows
so
for real
lost.
anyway?
You lost?
No.
Okay,
I
I'm
feel what
lost.
she's
with
saying.
it. I ain't high yet either.
Yeah.
What you lost about?
I'm lost. I gotta smoke weed to understand you.
Shaka Khan, I got a
That's
question.
fucked up. though.
Hold
When
on,
you-
what did you call me?
Shaka
Shot
Khan.
Khan. Anything you finna get all new
No,
head
all
jokes.
day. I got them coming all day. Just
Oh
get
my
them.
god.
Normal interaction for you when you get ready to do you call it make love when you float or is it just sex? What's the term?
I don't call it anything. It's an interaction.
I'm so sick of you. This nigga
You don't
got-
say
this nigga
fucking
got
or
the most-
sex
Okay,
or
listen.
Like it doesn't dawn
Punchy.
on me and be like, hey, I'm
So
a
you hit
fuck.
the nigga and say, let's have an interaction.
No.
What
be
you say?
like, what's up with it? What do you say? You
I don't
just send
think-
eyeballs.
I bet you
No.
shy as fuck for sex. You bite your finger just
No,
while
she
he
not.
eating you out.
She
No.
ain't shy
Yeah,
at
she-
all.
No, I'm talking about at
she not.
first. You ever met that girl who did that? Hey, stop doing that dumb shit. What we doing, bitch? We are 40. Anyway,
She ain't shy.
before.
I'm not shy. No, I don't initiate though. That's why
So that's what I'm asking.
I just go with the flow of things. So if I meet up with somebody and we just vibing and chilling, one thing just leads to another. I'm not gonna be like, hey, we fucking now. Like I don't do that. I just go with the flow. Of,
No, but I mean, you ain't okay. He's talking about like, let's say
No,
y'all
no.
already been fucking.
No, I got this. No, that's not what I'm saying. No.
Well, no, I was about
Not-
to say
but
you
now I
don't
got
ever
more.
initiate, like ever.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's I don't text and be like, hey, can I come meet you to fuck you? I don't do that.
Oh. Even if you already talking to the dude and that's the person you fuck and you get horny, you don't write them.
That
But we
hair
know
say
you
otherwise.
aggressive. Huh?
That hair say otherwise.
It don't to me, though.
It do, bro.
No.
The part right here in the front that.
Say that she asked to be fucked.
Oh, the flip.
No,
The
she.
Farrah Fawcett
Nah, she don't
flip.
ask to be fucked, but
But
she
she
has
be
a way of
wanting to fuck
asking for that dick without
without
asking for that
saying it.
dick.
Okay, yeah,
Exactly.
you know what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, so that's what I'm
Yeah.
trying to get at. What's your go-to? What's letting him know that it's that time?
She finna come over here and cut up.
Yeah.
She bringing a
You
bottle of
want a drink?
Terramana.
You pour him
You
a
want a
drink?
drink?
What if
I
he don't
need a
drink?
drink.
What if he don't drink?
If you don't drink, and you want to go to a bar, you want to go meet up, you want to watch sports, like that's my go-to. Let's
It's a
go
hell
watch
of
the
a way
game
to
at
throw
the
some
bar.
pussy. You wanna watch the? You
I'd have
wanna
missed
watch
that
watch
one
the
game.
game?
I'd have missed that every time.
Yeah.
You want to watch this Lakers
Let's
game?
go meet at the bar.
Why you bitch
Let's
always
go
asking me to
chill.
watch
Let's
football?
go to the movies.
Listen, if a girl asks me that, I'd have set up some more pussy for after the game. Because I'm thinking, I'm definitely not fucking this. So I'm going to go watch the game with her and then I'm going to fuck some later. I'm just joking, though. You behind the camera because I want you for real. So don't, this ain't for real.
That motherfucker said, I want you for real,
when,
so don't.
when you text me, I ain't going to text nobody else.
The lie.
football game or not?
That's not a lie. I promise you. Huh?
We say football game or not? Huh?
Yeah, football game or not. We could just watch the game for a little while and that's fine. Yeah. But in your normal interactions, out of 100% of the time you've had sex in your life, get 8 first or go down first?
No, I prefer to. I'm a giver. I'll suck dick first every single time.
So you don't initiate, but you suck dick first, so he gets you going and then you take over?
Right.
Okay, that hair do say that, though. I can see it, though. You was right.
The part right here in the front.
Man, I lost that one.
The crimp.
All right,
What
man,
they call that? That's not crimp, is it?
It's a flip.
Yeah, the flip.
I mean, here's a crimp.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. It would be weird if I knew what the fuck it was
would.
called.
Yup.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, and that be a flip back. I ain't never seen one flip up. It usually flip down.
Tania, eat first or suck first?
Oh, y'all don't know me.
That's why he trying to get to know
everybody
you. Ask you a question.
I'm just,
What you said?
nigga, we know you.
It sounded like you said everybody. Cause
No, I just mean like, which one she do first? I'm asking you before I ask her to tell us, but what you think?
She probably a eater.
She'll lay back and get 8 first? I don't
No,
see her being
I
that
said
cheap.
she's an eater.
Oh, so she gonna go first?
Yeah, I think she a eater.
I can see that.
She used to be a big girl. Big girls always eaters.
Amen. Big girls gonna eat that dick
So you
Okay.
get it out the box through the boxer hole.
with their clothes on.
So first of all,
Listen, listen. I don't want to start. We friends, but you can't sit here and say you ain't sucked dick fully clothed before.
I wasn't gonna say that. I
Oh,
like some
okay.
dick.
Yeah, I know. I did. All with jeans, belt, shoes.
Now I don't do. When you say me fully clothed or
Yes,
them?
you.
Oh yeah, I've done that a lot of times.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Well, first of all, I like doing it in the car, so
Yeah.
That's big girl shit. Suck a
Yeah.
dick in the car. That's the first spot. That's the
Right.
first
You
place you
still
gonna
do
get
that now,
some
you
head.
It's
little-
not big girl shit.
That
it
is
was
big
that
girl.
I was married.
No, that's big girl
That's
shit.
big girl shit.
I've done that before.
But I was not a
Yeah,
big
you used to
girl
be a
at
big girl, too.
first. I wasn't a big
But
girl first.
I'm not talking about when I was bigger. I did it.
I understand that, but what we're saying
Yeah,
is
that's
that
just 'cause you
what
had
we're
more room
saying-
to move around.
exactly. What we're saying is those tendencies follow you no matter what your weight loss journey is.
I mean, I don't know if that's why, but I mean, I've always
Just like
been
big niggas
that.
got big nigga tendencies.
Yeah, of course.
Big niggas got.
But what I've found is that after I can't fuck multiple people. I can't do that at one time.
Right.
So like after I'm fucking with a person, I always end up wanting to give head first, and they be like, no. They'll want to give it first.
After you finish fucking with them?
No, like once we were in, like, okay, let's say we've been fucking around
Time.
for a long time.
Right.
They don't want me to do it first. They want to give me head first. Like they be like, no, like chill for a minute. Let me do this
That's
first.
ass backwards. You supposed to get that dick sucked first. That way
No.
you can power back up while you eat that pussy.
I don't know. They just be cause I don't be liking to stop for real. Like
That's
I'm
big
sick
girl.
of
That's big girl
Big
shit.
girl
though.
shit. I'm telling you, you can tell.
Once the big
somebody
girl
you-
in you, but you can lose all the weight you want though. That
Man,
shit
it's gonna
still
be in you, bro. You
For
can't
real.
change it, bro.
I mean, it's I don't know. I think I'm competitive when it comes to sex.
Big girls are competitive.
Big
when
girls like to
anything
finish their
sexual.
food.
Yeah.
Big girls don't leave no leftovers.
Yeah,
First-
Yeah, that's
big
why
girl
you
shit.
want to suck dick in the car. Them jeans, you hit that speed button, them jeans be rubbing that clit like them big girl. Skinny girl got room in that motherfucker. Like, why I'm so
never.
horny every time we go somewhere? Yeah, bitch, them jeans too tight.
No.
Hey,
Nah,
listen,
big girl shit. That's a real thing though.
Yeah.
That's a real thing. That's like just like they say, like when somebody's been pretty their whole life, they usually trash in bed.
Facts.
It's a starfish. A pillow princess.
I've been pretty.
Big girls ain't pillow princess.
But it don't count.
It's like y'all can't wait to get small so y'all can do some little girl shit, but you still got that big. You got that big girl shit inside you still.
No, big and pretty. Big overrides pretty. It's just like they do though. That's like being tall and handsome. You still gonna be weird because you're so tall, but you can still be. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you right.
You tall first. Yeah,
you tall before anything. That's weird, but he cute like that kind of shit.
That's why I don't say handsome, dark and tall. It's tall.
Dark
yeah.
and
You gotta put them bitches in order. Never heard a nigga say, "Girl, he handsome and tall." You ain't never heard that combination.
Yeah, he handsome, tall, and dark.
You right? Because the
tall,
first thing
dark,
I
and
said was
handsome.
like,
Them bitches in order of you feel me?
Good point. Excellent point.
Like
Touche.
tall ass niggas.
Welcome to the Anxiety Issues Podcast. I'm Adam 12 Taylor here with my brother Boneface of Boneface Inc. and the talented hairstylist Tania Greedy Monroe and another talented hairstylist, the lovely Lala. I never had y'all together introduce y'all as hairstylists. Is that okay? Is that like an old term or do we have new terms? Is it like
I don't really care about none of that
you know
shit.
what
I
I
mean,
mean? Like a bartender now is a mixologist?
yeah, I'm a cosmetologist. Technically,
so,
my
yeah.
license says cosmetologist, so that's what
Right.
it is. But I understand when people say hairstylist.
But you working at the trap house. Can I call you a cosmetologist?
So,
Okay, I didn't know if that's how you know.
that fitness trainer, whatever you want to call it.
Okay, cool. I'm just. Oh my God. I'm not gonna let you do it to me. This
What?
nigga done got a hairdo and lost some weight. Now she a fitness trainer.
I went and got certified through ESA. Seriously.
Bullshit.
I swear to God. I'm a
E5
personal
religion.
trainer.
What you say you got? That?
You said I got
ESA,
certified through E5.
ISSA. We call it ESA.
You got a picture of your license? I don't believe you though. Real certified trainer.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
okay.
why I started the business.
That's why you got to have do business cards.
I don't have it yet. I don't have
But I'm
it.
saying that's what you're getting it for.
No.
You got that hairdo for where are you going? Is that your New Year's hairdo? Stop acting like you went there and just got like, give me my normal girl.
Nah,
That's
that
not what
ain't
you
normal.
said.
Yeah.
I did it.
what
I
it
do
is.
hair.
Oh, you did your own?
Yes.
But what's the purpose? Like
Because
you wasn't.
I wanted it done.
You got some bells and whistles this time.
I keep my hair. When have I ever come on the show and my hair is not done?
That's not the point. I said that type of hairstyle.
Yeah,
He
that's-
used to see you with braids and natural hair, so now he does and curly. So the straight maybe is.
No, we done
slowing
seen hairdos. It's just when you got that. It's like an outfit versus a date night outfit. Like bro,
Oh.
you going somewhere?
Right. If
Yeah,
I
where
come
you
here with a
going?
bow tie and be like, no, I'm just a stylist.
Yeah, you know, bro.
No,
Where the
nigga.
fuck you going with that bow tie on?
Right.
You got somewhere to be.
No, I just wanted to do it.
When last time you got some dick?
It's been a minute.
That nigga be lying, boy. Listen, this
I'm
is the truth.
not lying. I've literally been traveling.
Cousin, is this the truth? I know
I'm
you.
not lying.
You said that she nodded like she lying for her. Though. Y'all gotta understand it though.
No, I promise you I'm not lying. It's been a minute.
Who first? You or her? Who last time?
I don't know. I probably had before her.
So you don't smoke, drink, or fuck?
I just exist.
I'm saying you gotta do one of the three though. That booty? That booty says a lot to me though. That never mind. Off. I'm back. Let me tell you something I don't want. You know when we talk about relationship shit, I just realized something that I don't want. I don't want a woman who's ever been in a recovery house.
What is that?
What you? A drug?
No, recovery house. Well, that too. You know when they get a BBL,
Oh.
they go to a recovery home. I don't want that.
Yeah, I feel you.
Why not?
If you decide to get fine and ain't nobody in your life that love you enough to take care of you, I don't fuck with your priorities. That makes sense?
Oh yeah, like you went alone.
Not that you went alone, but there should be somebody here who love you enough to take care of your ass when you get back.
Some of them stay in the house with their friends together.
That don't. Then both of y'all stupid.
They be having like trips, like they do.
That mean don't nobody love either one of y'all. And that I don't. If don't nobody love you enough to take care of you after your surgery, what can I?
Are there like any like intense specifics on how to take care of yourself after the surgery? Or
Yes,
is it,
you
okay,
have to
well,
wear. You're draining.
Yeah,
You
so-
have bags with
Yeah, so it
drainage.
may make sense to be in a recovery
Some
house.
people ain't got the pain tolerance.
All these bitches ain't been in a recovery. Because they charge to go to a recovery.
Yeah.
home.
Right.
Some of these bitches go to the house.
But some
Yeah,
of them
some
have
of them
enough-
drive
some of-
home crazily and then end up with air
Yeah.
pockets and fucked up surgery.
But some of them ain't got enough of nothing but the BBL. You ain't got
Yeah.
enough money for a recovery house. That shit expensive.
The ones who stay in the house look better after.
Nah, I don't care nothing about that. I want you to risk death when you get back home. At least I respect you. It's already a dumbass surgery. Y'all want to get it? It's already done.
Oh, I agree. I mean, I go to the gym every day, so I
Right.
definitely
I'm
think
not.
so.
Yeah, it's fine if you want to get a BBL. I'm just letting you know it's a dumbass surgery. I know that it's got so popular, but first of all, your navel look weird as fuck.
That's a tummy tuck, not a BBL.
But it's part of the whole thing.
No,
it come
it's
with
not.
It.
No, it doesn't. It's two different surgeries. Some girls go get it where they suck it out. They do a lipo 360, and BBL means they put it in your booty.
Correct.
That's it.
But
some of them don't get a tummy tuck.
Right.
So there's a lot of bitches who got bodies, and you don't know it if they get it done properly. If they because they don't get their stomach cut. One. They don't get their stomach. My friend got one. I know for a fact.
Yeah. She
only got it sucked out of her arms, sucked out of here. She didn't even have a big stomach. And then put it in her butt. She didn't even get nothing out of her stomach. She already was curvy. Bitch is fine.
I'm getting a DDL.
You get that dick enlargement?
Yeah, I'm getting a DDL, man.
Where they gonna pull the fat
belly
from?
button is still normal.
Where they gonna pull the fat from?
My shoulders. So when I come in here, my shoulders look a little.
She had
DDL.
enough put just in her butt and hips, but her belly button, her stomach, everything is still normal.
That's a waste of time, BBL.
Yeah.
I don't like.
No, but she was flat. Like you can see her stomach. Her stomach is still normal.
The tummy tuck is what you don't like, and that's where they cut it, pull it down, and make a new belly button.
Like they rounded her out. That's it. They just rounded her out because she had nothing.
This is even now ones where you don't have to be put to sleep. It's a place called Sculpt Q.
Listen, you can get a weight while you get a BBL.
Listen, they have you sitting there, and it's a petite BBL, so you can only be a certain size, and they just basically they can put it in your boobs or in your butt, and they don't put you to sleep. They just inject, and that's it. And I was like, this is a lot.
Isn't that shit stupid?
It's just you can lose that again.
Your friend did not need that BBL. That was a waste of time.
Nah, if you don't know.
No, I don't care what that little bit that he gave her still don't match the cap. She not a bad. I don't want to diss. That's why I'm trying to be careful.
Rounded out though, like it's a.
But what's the
difference
point if the calves don't round out with it, or the hips don't round out with it?
They rounded her out good to me. I knew her before and after, and she looks naturally thick now. To me, she does.
So men have a very different look.
She don't look bad, but she was pretty. You can tell she's already a pretty woman prior to the BBL. She just should have kept that. That was a waste. Literally, that was a waste of time. That's like 3 months in the gym and a couple snacks. You could have did that on your own.
Right.
Yeah, you could have did that on your own. Like, why would you go to surgery for that? That don't make no sense.
So it's called this.
And then now the rest don't go with it. So now you got a little bump, but everything else still the same.
I personally think it's people who know that they don't have the dedication to go to the gym. So they're like, fuck it, I'm about to go just.
Nah, I still fuck. That's not what I'm saying. Tell her don't. That's not what I want.
I mean, not saying that they're even lazy. They just are in their head like, I'm not gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's lazy.
I'm not gonna. It could be, but I'm saying that in their head they could just be like, I'm not gonna do this. I want to look like this in 6 months, and I want it for sure. Right. Not that I gotta work out and see what it's gonna do, and if it's gonna do, and it's gonna be based on me.
Because if you want it, and you don't work for it, you don't deserve it.
I mean, I know. I could have went and did that by now. I could have went and had everything changed.
I do understand
but I just don't want to do it.
Sometimes I do understand that like you have a certain body type, because some people have body dysmorphia to where no matter how hard they work out, they just gonna look like a smaller version of what they are. You feel me? You ain't gonna squat no ass on if you ain't got no ass. You feel me? You can plump.
I disagree.
There's some girls in the gym that I done seen. It's this one white girl. I be about to stalk her, man, because she looks so different from 6 months ago when I seen her.
I don't necessarily mean by like the size of the person. I'm talking about the shape. Like I've seen girls who squat and their ass get bigger, but it's still shaped. It's like you still shape how you shape. Some people SpongeBob, bro, and if you built like, you feel me? If you got the SpongeBob going on, you just got it going on. You just gonna be a bigger SpongeBob.
I done seen some people with zero ass.
Yeah, but the thing about it, it's just like you might have a girl that has zero ass, right? And she get pregnant, and the way she shaped is there. It's just like it's everything's growing now. But like you ain't never seen a bad body motherfucker like square.
I'm gonna show you some before and some afters what the gym will do. Now it might be some other supplements involved in that.
That's
too.
That's what I'm telling you. Yeah, well, you gotta take goddamn chicken feed to get there. Then that's the same thing.
You might as well.
But I do agree with this though. I do think the big girls look better with their BBL because they already big. So all they do is really take away. So when they get that extra, they was already big thighs and big.
Theirs be looking real.
So I'd be like, all right, that kind of, it's still the navel though, because they got to get the tummy tuck. And I don't like usually get the tummy tuck. Yeah, they just told me.
They said now they make sizers so that you can stretch it, and I guess they didn't used to do that. It used to be a one size boom.
They need to find a new way to go in. Like they found, found with the titties, they used to always go.
Yeah.
Was it under the titty?
Yeah,
they
still go under.
I thought it's from the side. Now they
can go under the arm.
So they don't.
So the only time you get that scar under is if you get a reduction, and that's because they got to take so much skin away. But like if you just get implants, you won't see that shit like that. Okay. It's little.
Cause I'm a titty man. You know how many times that dick went semi-soft from that scar? Oh, I don't like that. They ain't never happened to you. You ain't never saw no nice titties and then lift them bitches up and that scar up under there.
Yeah, I don't like the scar.
That's wrong.
No, it's just like for people who are getting so like you mentioned body dysmorphia. I suffer from that really bad. Like a lot of people would think probably that I'm more secure now than I was when I was bigger, but it's the opposite. I was very secure before. I never thought negative about myself.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Because sometimes
I literally got hit on more bigger than now.
I'm sure.
I have people tell me all the time, "Why you lost all that weight?" And I'm like, "You motherfucker."
Like, big is a thing though. Like that's I don't think people realize that though. Big is a thing. Like niggas like that.
And sometimes being big can hide the body's dysmorphia. Some people have it when they're smaller, and some people are just fine big.
Yeah,
you feel me? That's why I say some people look better.
It was
big.
easy to joke big because then it was I don't know, but now it's like I'm in this between weight where I don't see it sometimes, but like I feel like for the girls who get the surgeries and like sometimes they're really beautiful, like to the outside person, and they're feeling that body dysmorphia and they're thinking this is gonna make them look better to a man, and then a man is turned off by the scar. It's like, damn, like you might as well have stayed however you were because they gonna be turned off by some shit any motherfucking way.
But no, we say this shit all the time though. Y'all inventing this look. Y'all swear this what niggas like, bro. Y'all making this shit up. Y'all bouncing ideas off each other and it's creating this monster and y'all think we like it. Nah, we'll support any dumb thing y'all do. Bro, I follow a woman on the internet with Triple H titties. You think that's what I want though? No. You think I want to walk in here and introduce y'all to my girlfriend with triple? No, I'm just hitting the like button because that's pretty cool. Like, if they was in here, I'd be like, man, let me see one.
Yeah, right.
But I don't want that.
You don't want to keep one.
Right, PTA meeting, you know. No.
Yeah, like a nigga trying to sell you a rental car. You be like, bitch, I just wanted to drive it. I don't want to own it, bitch.
So it's like, no, y'all think because we look at it, it's like, oh, that's what y'all like. No, bro, y'all just creating this monster and some shit. It's like, bro, I'm okay with scars, like natural. I'm okay with stretch marks. I'm okay with whatever this shit is y'all be getting. I fuck with that as long as the pussy fight that cool. I think that you can't take that dick like you used to. That shit's starting to hurt a little bit now. You don't got no backup. You.
Me? I
think that's why you got that because big girls be having that confidence in that area. Like they know what time it is.
Okay, let me not. They
know what time it is.
Wait. Let me just say that.
Right.
I am not any less secure sexually.
I'm just saying
it's physically how I look to the world. Like
that bone on bone different though.
No, I don't have that much bone, my nigga. I'm still like cushiony.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Calm down. No,
but you fuck thinking niggas too though. I don't think you like skinny cat shit. I don't know. You big. You might like a little bit of nigga. What? Yeah, you big. You
don't know what type of nigga I like. So
alive.
Pretty much.
Okay, so enough of that, all the jokes. I want to know what y'all was arguing about today. I missed it.
Oh.
It was interesting. There was a couple posts. I was late. I'm glad I was late to it. And
no, wait a minute. This man said some funny shit. So I was waiting on those ball.
He did.
And it took me a minute.
He did call ball.
And then I read it again. And I said, now that's some funny shit.
Yeah, them bitches hadn't popped up yet. I felt some type of way. I was like, he just got me in here, got them arguing with these folks.
I'm the boss on the job now, man. You know, I be a little busy nowadays.
Yeah. But, no, I played. I posted this clip.
I got a promotion in my job. I don't know if that helped.
So they put my dog in there. Nah, I posted this. I posted this earlier, and I said,
"Drink some prosecco. Let's drink some champagne."
Oh, we don't have nothing to take no shot. Oh, we got this shit up here. This fancy shit cool, but we can't do no throw shit with it.
You can make shots.
How?
What cup?
Put that motherfucker up under there and press the button.
We don't got no cup.
Okay, this clip I played earlier today, and I said that this is going to sound like scratching on a chalkboard to women.
Okay.
Right? And then we kind of, Lala pretended that she didn't want to talk about it, but she couldn't fucking help herself, and she ended up in the group chat talking my head off anyway.
I was not talking your
head off. Her head was like, don't say nothing, girl, but that brain was like, bitch, I got
my husband is number one.
Hear that?
If my husband tells me, hey, sit down, I'll sit down. If he tells me you can't go out with your friends today, I'm not going to go out with my friends. If he says, hey, go wash this dish for me, I'm going to go wash the dish for him. I chose this man to be the king of my life, and yes, I agree with everything he says, and I do everything he says. And I did that because I chose this man. I put him in this position of my life, and this is how I honor and take care of and love the man in my life. So I tell women out there, you want a man in your life, you want to be happy, figure out what you would do when you are happy. Because I am happy. My husband does so many great things for me. And I would do that for him. I obey him, I respect him, and I let him be the man that he is. I chose a man that I wanted to follow. I chose someone to lead me, and that's why I will do anything for him. If he tells me jump, I'll jump. If he tells me sit down, I'll sit down. If he tells me go in the room or go up on stage, I will do either or. Anyways, that's a message for everyone out there. Love and cherish the king in your life.
I don't know about y'all. My dick hard. I don't know how y'all feel about that. That was a turn on. That was a turn on.
No, and I said, and what's funny, I said that I bet this is gonna sound like scratching on the chalkboard to y'all women, LOL. And everybody came into my inbox with the same thing that they always say. Well, if he deserve, I said, are y'all listening to what she's saying? You feel me? She's saying that I chose him. You feel me? I chose this man to be the leader of my life. You feel me? So if you coming in my inbox saying that if he's worthy, choose a worthy nigga and do exactly what she said. You feel me? But I think and what's funny is when I'm gonna let y'all explain where y'all disagree with it at first, or how y'all feel about it, and then I'll talk, because I don't want to talk before y'all. So how did you feel when you listened to it? Like, what did it make you feel?
The first thing I did was pay attention to her hijab. She's in a place, or she comes from a place where they have to do what they man say, and if they don't, they die. So I
let her go.
I can't send them for sale. But that help.
No, I don't want that. But not only that, the thing I was trying to get Bone to understand was, okay, yes, it makes it easier when you know what it is that you're looking for. He was saying what I was saying was not related, and I felt like it was. That's where our disagreement came into play. So as a woman, if you don't understand who you are, where you are in life, yes, it does relate to the video, because I can't submit if I don't know what I'm submitting to. I can't submit if I haven't found that place or found that person to where he's worthy. Like you said, choose the person to where he's worthy. I wasn't disagreeing. I was just saying the reason why a lot of women can't submit is because they don't even know what it is they're looking for.
Do you understand why I had an issue with that?
Why?
I said that had nothing to do with the argument, because the whole thing that she posted was saying that when you've chosen your king, you feel me? So to talk about a woman that doesn't know where she at and what she doing is irrelevant to that statement. You feel me? She's talking about, if I say all married people, right? Mm-hmm. And then you say, well, what if you don't know what it's like to get married? Or what if you ain't met the person to marry? I ain't talking to you. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking to all married people. So what she was saying is that if you chose a man, you feel me, that was worthy, you feel me, that and I think people skipped over the part where she said that he does so many wonderful things for me. And because he makes me happy, I'll do whatever. So basically, in a sense, what she's saying is self-serving to herself. Yeah. She's serving him, but she's serving herself, because he's giving her a feeling that she doesn't want to go away, and she'll do whatever to protect that feeling. It's not about doing whatever for that man. It's about doing whatever to protect the feeling that this man gives you. That's why, in most cases, if a woman is feeling some type of way, if she's happy, you can get her to do any fucking thing, because she want to stay happy.
Yep.
It's not about serving you. It's about making sure you keep doing what the fuck you doing. It's the same reason why your job pay you. They may not fucking like you, but they need you to keep doing your job. So they'll give you a check and you'll keep doing your job in return. You see how that works?
I get it.
So what she's saying, I'm just like, bro, people are missing the point. People are so triggered that they hear, you feel me, submit and do what he says. And if he say jump, I'll jump. Motherfucker, if I'm gonna give you an example. We talked about this earlier, air, right? If I start suffocating you right now and I told you to jump, you gonna fucking jump because you want to breathe. You feel what I'm saying? You're protecting something that's near and dear to you. You're not jumping because you're serving me. You jumping because you want something out of it. You feel me? So when women are serving, especially in positions like that, when women are serving, they're serving because it's self-serving. I'm doing for you so you can keep doing for me. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, but I think people miss that every time we talk about serving a man. You're serving a man that's serving you, and he's putting you in a position to be able to do a lot of things that you want to do. You feel what I'm saying? And you just protecting your own shit. Like this is why it's easy for white people, right? With their trophy wives. The trophy wives understand that I might be fucking with this older man who I'm not attracted to. You feel what I'm saying? I am a trophy. But in order to keep getting the things I want, I have to serve this man. I have to do exactly what he says. I have to jump when he says jump. I'm not jumping for him. I'm jumping for me. And in any relationship you go into with a man that's taking care of you, you're doing everything you're supposed to do for yourself at the end of the day. Because you got to keep the engine running. You got to put gas in your car so it can take you where you want to go. You can't just get in that motherfucker and tell me and think it's going to drive. You got to do something for it to do something for you. And at the end of the day, you putting gas in it is for you. It's not for the car. You feel what I'm saying? But I think women just like hear shit like that and they be so triggered that you miss the point. You miss the whole of the whole situation. So much shit go over y'all head because y'all feel so much. And I understand that. So when y'all say we feel, I get that. But the way you feel don't change the way some shit is a lot of the times too.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So I feel is not always an excuse out of it. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't disagree with the video because he come on. I knew you was coming because I said I was basically like, yeah. I mean, that's how I am in relationships though. And if any, y'all know people I have dated and stuff. So I remember being in high school and I just thought that was what you were supposed to do. I would do this at that young of an age. I did whatever. Like that's just how I am with a guy. But once it's not like, okay, if I start talking to a dude, I'm just like that. It's kind of like, for me, once you choose to be my boyfriend or you choose it and I choose it, now it's different. Everything before was like a trial until now. But now I'm here and I'm your girl and you're mine, especially if I'm married. When I was married, I didn't even have male Facebook friends. Not even that he said not to. I just didn't even want it to be a question at all. I'm married. Like,
I think
I felt like it was. It's just how but I also I saw it successfully from how my daddy and his wife are. Like, she ain't weak by no means because she runs it, but she's never
runs it from a role.
Yeah, from her role. And it's like it's a strong thing to be able to do that. I feel because it makes you feel like happy that this person is pleased.
I think a lot of it too is this, right? It's like we're Americans, bro, and we live under the illusion of freedom. We need to feel like we free even though we ain't free. You feel what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with women when it comes to authority. Like women want to feel like they have a choice. You feel me? And if they feel like you're taking their choice away, then it's a problem. Even if it's something that they gonna do or want to do, it's the difference between somebody telling you to shut up and be quiet.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Or can you please be quiet? It's like how you say it to me is not what you're saying to me.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So when they hear shit like that, it just trigger them, bro. They don't like to be told what to do. It's almost like when somebody is put in a position of authority, it's a problem now. But I'm like, bro, like. It is what it is. You can try to make it like your nigga ain't in a position of authority to make yourself feel good, but you feel me? He's in a position of authority and you should respect that.
But that's what I was going to say. One thing I feel too, though, is like the reason I eventually became aware of what I was doing, my friends would call it like you get recluse when you get with your man. You know, I realized you're going to do it subconsciously or consciously. The unsubconsciously people do it, they just do it with resistance. So it's like they beef with their nigga, but they still do what he want them to do.
What is you supposed to do though? Yeah. If you're in a good relationship, I ain't supposed to be out with y'all.
That's what I know. I'm just saying. No, I'm saying like I feel like they're gonna do it anyway, so you might as well do it with less resistance.
I'm just saying to people. Yeah. If you happy and like I'm not supposed like if I hang with my dog every day and I get a good woman, am I supposed to hang with you?
No. I don't think so. But some people think like you switching up.
It's just a relationship. I don't think people relationship is like a job. When you go to your job, you ain't got no problem with your boss telling you what to do all goddamn day. Right. You feel me? But you go home to a nigga who does way more for you than your boss, and you got a problem with anything he tell you to do because he telling you to do it. Your boss can tell you in the same fashion in a sense, and you still gonna go do it a lot of time.
But the problem with that is, and you know, I'm always gonna tie it back to my culture. And oftentimes black men are not in a position of authority in a relationship.
That's true.
But I agree to listen to my boss because I signed up for that relationship.
Right.
When black women get in a relationship, they don't sign up for you being the boss.
But see, this is what I'm saying, and that's the problem. But see, that's where the whole video comes in at. You feel what I'm saying? Because when women in other cultures sign up for a marriage, they sign up for him to be the boss. I chose you. all that if you what you is and what you ain't shit go out the window because I chose you.
So basically, we need to put them in veils and stop listening to that shit too.
No, but you know what? That lady was very much so sweet.
I don't think they're gonna voluntarily choose.
Right. She still was a sweeter and softer way of saying it because I know women who are in that culture and they still resistant, even though they know they got to do the shit. I've seen them they don't care about getting slapped.
Yeah, and I
gotta pipe down.
Yeah, and
it's because they got a little husband.
And it's funny though because anytime a woman hears a woman speak like that, they speak as if the woman is in bondage or some shit. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? I'm
that
like, bro,
happy than a motherfucker,
she's just fine.
Yeah,
you feel me? It's like, she got the head wrap on, so she a Muslim. I'm like, what the fuck? That don't mean she can't be happy.
She just got some dick. He ain't shower first.
They shower before they pray every time.
Funny.
Oh, okay.
Nigga going deep.
My bad.
But Aretha, what was the trigger for that? But what about that? But see, this was funny to me.
That was a good choice, though.
Yeah, women go to the farthest extreme to prove a point. She was like, in their country, the first thing I noticed was the veil. They have to do that or they die.
Yeah, right. But stop.
They not killing them bitches for not listening. They don't die. They not over there killing bitches. I promise you. You might have to,
not off top, but they do have their forms of punishment when you don't listen.
Sure, you got to get the fuck out of here, and ain't nobody gonna want you, and just provide for yourself. See, y'all think it's a privilege. That's a punishment. Now, they like being independent woman is a punishment over there. Like, oh, bitch, you don't want to listen? Go get a job. Like, that's a punishment. Over here, we want that. Like, no, give me that. You see,
it is a punishment though. Like when you, especially when you say it like that, man.
Don't do it yourself.
I had a conversation with somebody like that the other day. I said, bro, like, when everything is taken from you and you got to go take care of yourself after somebody been taking care of you realize, boy, that ain't what all it's cracked up to be.
Not at all.
Yeah, it's just not good. It's just not fun. I wish somebody take care of me.
What was the trigger in that for you?
There wasn't a trigger. I was trying to make my point, and after he explained it, because it's hard to sometimes understand
with
text. Mm-hmm. And so the thing that I was saying was like the reason why a lot of women can't achieve that level of submission is because they don't know what they want. That's all I was saying. Mm-hmm. Not saying that there was something wrong with the video. I completely agreed with it. I was just saying a lot of women here can't achieve that level of submission because they don't know what they want.
That's what's up. When I watched it, the funny part about it is like we had these conversations all the time. We started this show just to give out some real advice to people. That was what we wanted to do, just have an honesty podcast. That was kind of the thing. And what it turned into is a lot of times, which is the most interesting content, is us checking women. Yes, I said checking. Everybody deserves to check. Nobody is beyond that. Y'all check us from time to time. You got to check your children. You got to check your job. Everybody can stand a straightening at some point. You know what I'm saying? It's actually, if you're not narcissistic, it's actually
I'm dramatic as fuck. I have to be
and it's cool.
Occasionally with friends and all.
I think when women hear submission, when they hear follow, they think we saying following men and submit to men. Not at all what we saying. Nobody's saying submit to Adam. Nobody's saying submit to the guy you met at the gas station the other day. I'm saying submit to your man. You see what I'm saying? When I criticize a person like one of our homies for not taking care of his children, I'm not criticizing him for not taking care of random children. I'm not mad at him because he don't help me with mine. Take care of your children. Mm-hmm. You made those. Mm-hmm. So when I say submit to your man, he's yours. He's the one person that you picked. And then women will say, well, he hasn't shown me any signs worthy of submitting to. Or when I believe that you're worthy of submitting, well, bitch, why'd you choose him?
Right.
So women are out here selecting before they're submitting. And let me tell you why. Mm-hmm. Y'all ain't slick, though. Women are not ready to submit at all. The reason why your requirements are so less for selection than it is submission, because you just want exclusivity to his dick. You just want a right to tell him to keep his dick in his pants. And you think the relationship will do that, even though you're not ready for the role of being his actual woman. Make sense?
100% agree.
Right. And that's why you'll get in a relationship with the person that you pick and somebody will say, act your part, and you'll look at them like they said the worst shit ever. Like, what kind of woman you think I am? No, his woman, bitch. That's who I think you are. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So that's all. The trick is you found a way to get the thing that you're not going to get. That's the funniest thing about it, though. It's like a reverse psychology to yourself. Like, a nigga can commit to you. His dick is going to go wherever the fuck he tells it to go. It's just whatever it is, right? But you feel like that you can have exclusivity to his body, but you do not want the job that's required to be his actual woman. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so y'all the evil party, bro. That's why I don't like y'all for real. So you fine though, because you don't drink, smoke.
What you're saying does make sense, so but I don't.
We're gonna fix the third one, but.
Oh. No, it's fine. But it's like that's not something people are self-aware to know. Mm-hmm. You can say it because you've identified the issue, because it's not you, it's other people that you frequent this problem with enough that you're like, this is a pattern. Mm-hmm. Okay, the people doing it though don't frequent that pattern. Okay, I only am looking at you shaking my head because I secretly, privately go to therapy, and we discussed this. Right. So sometimes when I tell y'all in the group, I just discussed this with somebody the other day, be there, but they be helping me see some of the things that
you got several of them,
that I've done that I didn't realize were issues, because
you said they be helping me. I like, damn girl, you got many therapists.
I just don't be wanting to say the sex, and I don't want people figuring out what I be going through.
They the what's crazy about that conversation though is that we always hear about like what we are not taught and what we don't learn. But here we are a lot of the times trying to teach you or tell you or inform you, but you shut the information out because it goes against what you already believe. No. In order for you to learn something, you have to first unlearn something. So it's like we'll sit here, just like we'll be talking about this video and we'll be talking about submission, but instead of us taking pointers from each other, it's just like we rather argue with what we already know. You can't take in new information if you're holding on to the old information. You can't learn if you're...
No, I don't think... See, I think a lot of times me and other people, not y'all specifically, just in general, when I say things, they take it as I'm saying me, or I'm saying this is how I feel. I'm saying I feel like this is where the bridge is not gapped in our community.
Yeah, and I mean that and I mean that in general too. I'm not speaking about both of y'all. I'm just saying in general.
No, I know. I'm saying this is why I feel like when y'all give the pointers, all women here... Like, SZA just made this. I hate to use music, but
I mean, it was coming.
I'm blind. I can't see. I'm blind. All the we be blinded by triggers, trolls, and feeling like we're being not saying it's an excuse. I'm saying that this is why people don't often just sit and listen to a man tell them something.
Right, but you can't be a blind. You can't be a blind person that doesn't want to be walked anywhere.
I know, but what I'm saying is that is why I was going to suggest therapy for people, because it helped me to hear someone else explain something to me that I've heard somebody, like let's say I've heard you say the same thing he said, but I don't hear it.
They don't trust us, bro.
It's not that. A lot of times when you're close to the person or you have a relationship with a person, it's different when it's somebody who doesn't know you that tells you the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's just like when my mom would tell me, don't do this, and this. But for some reason, it doesn't click when my mom says it. It clicks when someone else tells me. But with a lot of people, the issue is we are pattern behaviors from our childhood into our adulthood, and we don't want to go back and relive and hash out certain things from childhood because they are triggering. So this is why therapy is important. This is why, like, my example of relationship or what love is supposed to be was horrible from my mom and my stepfather. So of course you pick out the certain things and you say, okay, I'm gonna change this. My stepdad was abusive. In my head, I automatically went into my marriage. If he ever puts his hands on me, it's over. But I didn't think about the emotional or the verbal abuse or the other parts that are just as damaging. Mm-hmm. And so this is why our perception of what a relationship is supposed to be is so misconstrued, because you pick the parts that you feel like you need and then you try to dissect it, and we're still doing it wrong.
What advice would you give somebody who doesn't want to go to therapy? Like that just a fix in some form or fashion, because a lot of people ain't going to therapy, no matter how much you recommend it.
They don't have to go with a therapist. They can have someone that they trust to talk to. Like, I don't know, something. You need to talk to someone and have a third person tell you some of the things that you don't get offended by from someone else.
No, because even then it's hard to accept information because, once again, they're too close to the situation. So in a situation like that, to where you have someone who doesn't want to go to therapy, I hear people say it all the time. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I'm doing wrong. And
that's what my next statement was gonna be, is that if there's no accountability within self, like, can't nobody fucking help you, a therapist or nobody. You have to accept accountability, and I think that's something that's difficult when we talk about women. I think that's something that's difficult because somebody will be offering you a solution and you'll harbor on the problem and talk about the problem and how the problem can't be fixed when I'm trying to offer you a solution.
People only want solutions to shit they want to fix.
Exactly.
Why would I listen to something that I'm currently enjoying? These bitches want to be in the league. These women want to be. They love being in the league. Like they are close to taking this shit over. Mm-hmm. Why would I give it back, bro? They don't. They no longer. They are so far away from the natural role. I no longer even see the benefits in it.
Right.
Even though it's anti what I desire internally, but mentally I desire leadership. Mentally I desire to be equal. I want to be on the same plane, and that's not how shit works. So your natural desires and your social desires are just at conflict. Mm-hmm. So of course you don't want to hear a solution. A man can tell you exactly how to be happy, exactly how to find a nigga, and most women don't want it. Because the shit you like is unhealthy. That women kill me with that shit. Oh, all men are bad. No, bitch, the type of men you like are bad.
Extremely bad.
Right. You like the wrong shit. Every girl has a good nigga in their DMs right now, and you bypass that nigga every motherfucker.
For the wrong nigga.
You ignore the shit out that nigga. That nigga that hit you up 15 times.
And the wrong nigga won't take you back.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
But the self-awareness and accountability, once you're made aware, you're now held accountable. And that means you're subject to have to change the shit you fucking up.
Oh, yeah,
but people don't want to.
Right, so people will pretend to not fucking know so they don't have to be aware.
They pretend to be blind.
Yeah, and niggas ain't going for it no more. Like, we know you ain't blind. We know you know what the fuck going on. So, you feel me? You got to take some accountability.
That's why I said self-awareness.
That's why I date white women. It's not a thing. It's not about. No, I don't date. That's not true. Just don't worry about that. What was the other one? Play the other one for me. It was another one.
I didn't watch the other one.
No,
yet.
she was triggered from the first one, so she couldn't watch the second one.
I watched the first 2 or 3 sentences of the second one, and I was like, "Wait, trigger."
Trigger, exactly.
But I said I was gonna go back and watch it, and I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah, y'all gotta learn that. Y'all gotta learn that some of the best messages start out unpleasant. You just gotta see them to the end sometimes.
I know, but I had to separate because it was triggering.
And y'all be triggered by words. Y'all don't even be triggered by what a motherfucker actually saying. Y'all here submit. Y'all don't give a fuck if it's tied to a wrestling match or a boxing match or nothing.
That shit say submit an application. You'll miss the whole job.
Exactly.
What I gotta do?
Exactly.
No,
like, come on, bro.
I'll put an application in.
Yeah, I ain't submitting shit. Yeah, that's wild, bro. I'm like, God damn, bro, this was a good one. You ain't gonna listen to that.
Bitch argue all day. Why you ain't work for them? I need a more progressive company. Hey, listen, your hairdo came with whitening strips, didn't it?
What?
Your hairdo came with whitening strips, didn't it? You got your teeth whitened with your hairdo?
I whiten them myself.
You can't be doing everything. So
I do. I bought the kit from Smile Direct Club.
Nigga do her hair. She trained herself. She whitened her teeth.
Here go the other one, man.
She put her own moles on.
And this kind of was going in the direction of what you were saying earlier.
Want to be wrong. They'd rather lie than be wrong. It's their nature. It's not a bad thing. I'm not dissing women. Women run from submittance in relationships. Let me say this. Men commit in relationships. A woman cannot commit in a relationship. I don't care. Oh, she won't commit. She broke her commitment. She broke her commitment. She never was committed, bro. They can't. When a man commits to a relationship or a marriage with a woman, he does that in thoughts that it is forever. When a woman submits, she does that in thoughts that this is fucking awesome. And he's awesome. And I love this. And I'm getting what I want. As soon as that stops, she's like, I'm not happy, and she fucking leaves. She will tear your whole family and legacy apart, bro. And we know this is a fact. Women don't want to be wrong. They'd rather lie.
I disagree because I've lived it, and I feel I was committed. I feel like I did everything I needed to do as a wife, even after the cheating and after being gone and everything that he chose to do. And he asked for the divorce, not me. So how is it that, and it's a case by case thing. So you have to be careful in your verbiage and say most or some. Don't say women, just make it a broad perspective and say women don't, because we do. We commit and we submit. Even after I didn't want to anymore, I still chose to stay because I felt like that was my duty, and that's the oath that I took. So that's what I don't agree with.
I think what I took from it, maybe I took this wrong, but I heard that he was basically saying
they're gonna call you a pick me.
Why?
That shit started out pick me.
It did though. Like
I don't care what the fuck they call me. I know what I fucking think. Right. And I know I had this talk with somebody and they told me I specifically did this. My ex before my ex-husband told me that I wasn't committed as I thought, pretty much. He was like, that I left when something wasn't what I wanted. And that's not being committed. And I couldn't hear it at first. And I'm like, what? And he's like, I didn't leave. Like, that wasn't an option. But that wasn't always an option if something isn't. And then, so I thought about it, whatever. And I don't know about most women. Maybe they don't. Like, in your situation, you didn't. So I could see where you'd be like, no, this ain't me. And you the 1%. You the unicorn in this situation. But in my situation, I left when the shit wasn't what I wanted. So I can't say I was committed. And when I left, I left. I did not go back. Because I was like, no, that's not what the fuck I want. And I had did my vows and said all that shit. And to this day, my ex be like, I never was going to leave you. You left. Like, you wasn't in it like you said because you up and left that easy. Like, it's how he feels about it.
The vows did say forever.
So I can't argue the video when I did exactly what he said.
But I have a question. So that being said, if you state your claim to a person and say, hey, this is what you're doing, this is hurting me, this is affecting, and they don't, so you're supposed to just commit and still deal with bullshit the entire time till death do you part?
What I take from it is, yes, because I chose that shit. That wasn't the first time I knew that. It was red flags probably the whole, and like they say, you chose. Before I married, I knew certain things that I already didn't like. So
yes, you're supposed to stay.
I'm supposed to stay.
Like
it's kind of like saying ride or die, but not for real.
But you won't die. Yeah.
Like Drake said, you still alive.
Like
you said you was ride or die, but you still alive. So what happened? And I get it. I'm not saying that I wouldn't leave again. I probably would. If I can't take some shit, I'm gonna leave. I'm a runner. I do have that issue, and I know that now. But I didn't think that then. In my head, it was just like, why do I have to stay in something that's so bad? But I chose the shit.
True, but does that make them any less committed if you're telling them this is a problem and they choose not to fix it?
They still committed. They're just not fixing their problem, but they're still committed to the word. I mean, technically,
all right. Let me help.
Is that a benefit to them though?
No, but no. Here's the thing. Let me help. All right, cool. It's convenient that you said you didn't leave, right? Mm-hmm. But a talent of women is they have an ability to leave while they're still there. Yeah. Y'all know that's a talent that women can do, right? Yeah. So while you might be there physically, like you were still there, one asking to leave, the person he fell in love with, I imagine, was long gone at some point. Not that wasn't any doing of his own. You see what I'm saying? But I imagine the person you came into the situation as, you didn't leave as. Does that make sense?
Like, you might not have been as joyful and happy and stuff around him. You might have an attitude here and there because of...
no, you can't. Come on, Lala. You cannot say after everything that you've been through.
It was Christmas. I was in school.
No, I mean, like, had you still was having sex as many times a day as me? Because...
Lala,
yes, he was saying one time you turned him away. So
it's no way...
In the beginning, we went through this divorce process multiple times before we finally got to the point where we physically divorced. Every time he asked, I would beg him to come back and he would come home. So yes, there were times when he would get caught cheating. I would use sex and weaponize it and say, no, I don't want to sleep with you. You're sleeping with other people and you're doing this unprotected.
And it's not a bad thing. So, you should have changed in 10 years. You should have grown and
How you know he was fucking wrong?
Because
I'm just curious.
Because he got somebody pregnant and he paid for her abortion.
He was fucking wrong. They right about that. That's good detective work.
No, it wasn't detective work.
No, like, I know. I'm just joking.
It just fell in my lap.
No, that is wild.
But it's one of those.
He had a wild ass husband. That nigga was old, wasn't
he? It's was not
one
of
those things where
that nigga
I felt like the changes I made were for the better because I did choose to go back to school and get my
That's degree. Another debate we had. We talked about them because they were both married, right? Mm-hmm. And I told them, I said, just because you were married don't necessarily mean you were in a marriage. You feel me? I said, you could be a wife to a man that's not a husband, and the husband can be a husband to a woman that's not a wife, and y'all just be married. And I was saying, because they was like, we got experience in marriage. You feel me? I said, you don't, because you hadn't been with a husband. You feel me? You have experience being married by law, but you don't have experience in a marriage.
But what did I say to you? And we had said the same exact thing at the same time. I said it a little bit before, though.
What?
I said we do have experience as wives, but we did not experience husbands.
And I never argued that you weren't wives. I said you hadn't been in a marriage.
But I got to call a TV time out on that too, though. Mm-hmm. First of all, neither one of y'all exes are here to say their side of the story.
Right.
So
Facts.
I have the propensity to believe what both of y'all are saying because I know y'all and y'all have said this story several times. But I have enough common sense to know if that man was any of the things that you say he was, you did not remain the same person that you came in that relationship.
There's no way.
There is no way possible. So even with you saying that lets me know that you don't know the role you played in your own marriage failure, because it's impossible.
But that's what I'm saying. I said that I felt like I was changing for the better. So everything, like from the last time we separated, I thought I fixed those things. I felt like I was becoming a better person. I felt like I was establishing myself to better our family by going back to school.
Right, but in order to be a better person, you have to, or to be thriving to be a better person, you had to come from a shitty space. So that means there at some point you weren't who you were supposed to be. If you have to improve something. So that's what he's asking you is that, like, at what point were you, like, he asked you, were you always good all the way through, or was there a point where you kind of were a whole different person?
So he's saying that's basically the same as you're not committed anymore because you're different. That's what he's saying. He's like, you're not being the same person.
Just being there doesn't necessarily mean committed. I can go to practice every day and not fucking work and not be committed. Just because I'm there don't mean I'm committed. Yeah. You feel me? I'm showing up, but that don't mean I'm committed.
Not only that, the fact that he said that you even had room to grow, it's easy to point the finger at the obvious things, like your husband fucking somebody else, but you could be, everybody's husband's fucking someone else, right? And I know that hurts, but it's, you take it or leave it. But even with that being said, like, you not necessarily knowing the role that you played could have participated in some of his behaviors. Like, you have to have some good self-awareness. I fancy myself a great boyfriend on this show. But even as saying that, I can look back and find reasons why those women should have left me.
And I've admitted that on the show. Right. I know I'm not a perfect being. I know I'll never say I was. But towards the end, when I felt like I was like, okay, boom, we got back together. We had a miscarriage. Then I got pregnant with my son. Okay, this is us now. Like, I felt like we were learning and growing. Right. And so by the time we get to the point where he asked for the divorce, it came as a shock to me because I did feel like we were committed, and I did feel like I was in a space where I thought things were perfect, and that's what blindsided me, thinking things were perfect and they weren't.
Do you think you should leave a relationship because you're not happy?
No, because you're gonna have unhappy moments.
What about you?
If shit get too happy, that's when I question it.
It depends.
Boy, you see how wild this
That's
shit
toxic
is?
as fuck right there. That's wild as fuck.
It depends for me because, like...
Nigga say if it's too good, I feel like something up.
Right.
God damn.
I know that things you're going to have arguments and things like that.
That's what I'm saying.
But as far as, like, if I'm not happy, I'm not even finna sit here and cap and be like, I'm about to be the same or I'm about to be... really in this shit. I'm not gonna fucking be
with
nice,
that being
probably.
said, how do you know you was a wife then? Because that's not what a wife should do.
I know. I'm saying I left. That's why I said I agree with him about the commitment part.
But
I was a wife until the point that I wasn't.
Did that mean you wasn't?
Right. I think
maybe I wasn't then.
Listen, bro.
But
I think women think that not cheating and just like doing it's like being a wife. That's not being. It's not. That's not all it is to being a wife.
I'll tell you what I think I mean by not being a wife is I did all of the things I was asked to do in every single. Is immediately. No, wait a minute. No, hold on a second. I was
that's
anything.
Being submissive,
I was
not being a wife.
Okay, that's great. I took care of home. I also paid whatever if I needed to. I raised my kids. I breastfed my kids. I did everything I was supposed to do.
That's being a mother.
Okay, well that's great. But I was also his wife. I submitted. Whenever he wanted to do something, I did that shit. I cooked food.
That's being a slut.
I did all of that. Okay, that might be with that. But you weren't married before.
But listen, and we just said.
And now that's the argument I was having. I'm saying, listen. I'm saying that.
I said it in the group too.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. Y'all always say you guys haven't been married. And what we're saying is you haven't either. You've been by law.
No, by entitled.
Like, so my thing is like if I take my 12-year-old son and a 12-year-old girl and take them down to the courthouse, get them married, right? Do they have more experience than me now?
No.
They ain't like it's like you just have a title.
No, but I was married for 10 years. That's not I wasn't.
So what's the difference? What's the difference in you being married in 10 years and him being in a relationship for 10 years if both of y'all are functioning the same way?
None. But okay.
Right. So what I'm saying is that when I talk to when I mention married people, right? I like to think of somebody that was a husband and a wife. But when I think of people who were married, that's a different than the married couple, bro. Mm-hmm. It's a difference. Like if you feel like, let's say you were a wife and you were doing wifely duties and you were married to a motherfucker that wasn't a husband, you weren't in a marriage. You were in a relationship that had paperwork on it. But that's not a marriage. So
but
when y'all say
that's one side. If one person really believes they're living that marriage, they're married and they are living a marriage. If they don't know that the other person is doing things, then no, you cannot say that.
But what I'm saying is this: I could be in a relationship and I'm the only one in love. It's the same thing. My point is this:
but you can't denounce my thing by saying
I'm not denouncing your thing. What I'm saying is
they're not synonymous.
No, what I'm saying is when we're having a conversation about relationships or marriages, you can't throw y'all ain't been married in there because y'all ass ain't been married either.
But here's the biggest thing and the easiest thing for me: a wife is not conditional. No, hold on. I'm gonna leave you alone for a second because at least you stood in the paint.
I chose me living over me staying.
That's come on now.
I used to feel like I would rather die sometimes than be unhappy as I was.
But you just said a minute ago that you extra. So you could have just been a sad wife and I'm gonna die.
No.
I'm not. I don't know what you. So I don't want to get into all that.
No, I'm just saying.
I know that we'll go over.
I'm just saying I didn't want to leave. It wasn't something I first did. I never told anyone or anything until I absolutely felt like.
Okay, so is it a possibility that if you were in a failed marriage that if not just you, I'm not talking about y'all specifically, anyone. Is it possible to say that if your marriage failed, then maybe you've never been in a marriage? Do you get that concept?
Right.
You might think
if you never nut, do you never have sex?
That's not the same thing.
I mean, you never nut.
No, listen. There are people in dysfunctional relationships, right? Beat each other every day, talk to each other like shit. That's not a relationship. You can put a title on it because y'all fuck with each other for so long.
That's their version of a relationship.
But it's not. That's how we come to title things. This is my version. This is my understanding. But that is not what the thing is meant to be.
I think as time progresses, people do change. So initially, when me and my ex said I do think I was in a marriage. He was amazing.
That's what I'm saying.
But as things,
that's a relationship. That's not a marriage. A marriage is, like he said, it's unconditional. When conditions change, we still stay the same.
That's the vows you took.
That's marriage. Till death do us part. There is no end.
For better or for worse. You don't get
and
to
if
decide.
You fail, it's not a marriage.
The microphone. You don't get to this. I'm lower than you too. I'm submitting. I don't like that. I don't like that. Did you also hear that I said I'm a great boyfriend? I don't know if you heard that. Especially when you think I'm even better.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I think the difference though between a relationship and then being married is, yes, you have the paperwork behind it, but in a relationship, you have the opportunity to opt out at any point in given time. In a marriage, there is a different level of commitment that you agree to.
No, because you're not in it no more. You opted out.
I didn't opt out.
Somebody opted out.
Yeah, and you back out here like everybody else.
But
how long were you married? How long were you married?
I was with him for 11 years.
I've been in long relationships like that, right? What's the difference?
And could have been more functional than her marriage.
Yeah, what's the difference?
Look, you ain't getting nobody pregnant on that.
I'll tell you what the difference is, because I don't know if it was for you, but I've heard multiple women say this when they be like, when they'll say, baby, well, just now, remember, marriage is different. I'm like, well, we've been together for 5 years already. They be like,
what's the difference?
Everything changes.
What?
It's how you feel. You feel now there's like an entitlement to this person that wasn't there before. I can't explain to you in verbatim words.
It's because
there's no explanation.
Because
it's a feeling.
No.
Because it don't make sense.
It's a feeling. It's a feeling.
Agreed.
I feel that like the shit that I might have done before is now disrespectful on some different level because I'm your wife, you're my husband.
I actually agree with you. And let me tell you why that proves that y'all the most fucked up people on the planet.
I said in the group we feel everything.
No, listen. Now I feel that the shit I was doing is disrespectful. Listen, but you've been with me this whole time though. You feel me? So this whole thing was supposed to be a practice run for my marriage, right? Like literally you just admitted that I was a whole different person before I married you, right?
No, I'm saying there's rules. Like I would come home at 2 a.m. with my boyfriend, but not with my husband.
And that's my point. You weren't supposed to be doing that the moment you enter the relationship.
No, sir. Don't think so.
And that's why that goes back to submission and selection. So everything about the relationship for you is self-serving. And you get to dictate when the rules change.
No, when I'm 23 years old, I never had a boyfriend say that's rude to come home that late. But when I got married, my husband said that ain't some shit that's gonna happen.
You remember we had this conversation the other day, and we were talking about women, and I said that's a wife. And I said that about a single woman. Yep. You feel what I'm saying? It's because a wife is a wife before she's anything.
Facts.
You're never a girlfriend. You're always a wife. You're always somebody that someone should marry. And you don't change according to, you're not conditional.
Facts.
You are just a wife. That's why I say you can marry a nigga that's not a husband. He's not a husband. He was a boyfriend from the beginning. You can't make a boyfriend a husband. You have to find a husband. When they talk about that shit in church and everything, they say to find a wife, to find a husband. They don't say find a girlfriend and make her your wife. So right. It's just
like your wife from day one. When you meet her,
she functions like a wife.
She thinks like a
and
wife.
When you marry her, nothing changes.
And the same for a husband.
Right.
Y'all be thinking that when we put this ring on and sign this paper, shit is different.
No, I'm the same nigga.
No different. I'm the same nigga.
It's not gonna change.
I never had a relationship before my husband except one. And he never said the same things that my husband said. That's what I mean. Like, I felt it was different. Like, he always had different expectations, and I felt those expectations. So we got together soon and was married. It was quick.
But he was a controlling nigga, whether y'all got married or not. He was gonna act different than that other nigga. Period.
Okay, that
you weren't gonna be his girlfriend and act like that.
I didn't know that at 23. I didn't know that. I just thought that these were the things you do when you get married.
And this is why we have conversations, and this is why you can't use your marriage experience in an argument with us, because we ain't been married. Because you haven't either. If you got married at 23, you don't have no fucking experience. Y'all just y'all boyfriend and girlfriend in a marriage.
Most old people who've been married 50 years got married at 17, 18.
Yeah, I understand that.
But they made it.
Right.
50 years, yes. But they were also at 10 at one point.
But they selected right.
Right.
Only people that can tell you anything about is a motherfucker who selected right.
So what you're saying is people who've divorced shouldn't talk. Just say it like that.
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
Because listen,
and I understand that better.
You can spend,
marriage is different.
If one of y'all was still married, you'd be able to say that to me all day long.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So divorce, then you don't want to hear our relationship because it didn't work.
Right. I'm not even gonna say what I gotta say. Play that last clip for me with that white girl talking about men only want pussy, and then I'm gonna tie it all into what I gotta say.
Let me find it.
That was somewhere in there. You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
What's wrong?
All guys want. All guys want is pussy. Yeah. Swear to God.
What?
No. Let me rephrase that. Shitty men want pussy, and that's all they want from you. Hire guys that are worth more, that will benefit your life more. They're not just gonna want pussy from you, and that's a fact.
Or could it be that the men that only want sex from women is because that's all that the women have to offer? Because for me, if pussy's all you're offering, pussy's all I want.
Yeah. Because that's all guys want.
The look on their faces was so funny to me.
Because she thought she was dropping bars.
Yeah.
And that nigga came with some reality shit.
Froze her ass.
Let me explain something to y'all, bro. And it's not a hard concept to understand. Do all men want a pussy? Yeah. Not some men, not certain types of men, all men. If we was able to take the pussy off of you, we would have no use for you. That sounds harsh, but I'm confused. What else would I do with you?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Everything you do is to get that pussy off.
Right. If I take the pussy off you, all we do is argue. I can't do like there's nothing. We only have good days, so I'm trying to. You get what I'm saying? So, but here's the thing, though. Every man, that's why he said, is it, because she said, what she said is that all men want is pussy. Then she tried to rephrase it and say, no, shitty men, all they want is pussy. He said, no, if all you have to offer is pussy, that's all I want. And that's how every man is. I'm only the one for one woman, wherever she may be. You understand what I'm saying? All the women I meet in between, I will never be that for. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The only difference between a woman that I'll just meet and the woman that's the one for me is not that she offers anything different. It's what I want to offer her. I'm in love with her and I haven't even met her. Every man has a concept of meeting his one. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know what she's shaped like. I have hopes of what she may look like. I have hopes of who she could be, whether I've met her already or someone from my past, right? But I'm already in love with her because there's a certain amount of things I want to give her and only her. So that's the difference. It's not that necessarily she has more to offer. It's what I desire to offer that person, right? And it's because of the simple things, how she reacts to what I do for her. You understand what I'm saying? The gratitude of what I do for her. You've been in a situation where you've done something for a special one, and the way she responds is just different than the way just another bitch would respond if I did something for her, right? So a lot of times what women don't understand is y'all spend some of y'all best years married, some unmarried, with a man who's not, you're not even his 1, his 2, or 3. You understand what I'm saying? And even for you, it's not a bad thing. That's not your one. It's just the shit that you into at a certain age, the shit that you was into for a man back when you met your husband, Is that the shit you into now?
Hell no.
You into a whole different subset of things. When you young, especially for most women, the shit that you into ain't even husband material. Then you got enough nerve to fall in love with a nigga who's not even close to being man material, let alone husband material. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So you spend your best years, start families with this nigga, 3 and 4 kids with this nigga, you know, buy property with this nigga, and y'all both of each other's 2 and 3. And you get so impatient, you make these moves so motherfucking early, sometimes you'll bypass your one. That's what a lot of people don't talk about. All that is meant to be, it's meant to be. That ain't true. You miss out on your one all the time. It's a lot of people who was acting in a way that your one couldn't even see you. You was bucking so hard your one looked right over you. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of times that your one passed you and you was tied down to the wrong motherfucker. We done all felt that similarly. I mean, I'm sure as a woman, y'all feel it all the time. You done been in relationships and the nigga that you would love to talk to said something to you, but you was loyal to that other nigga who ended up fucking you over or they end up leaving you or whatever, right? It happened all the time. So all men, when we say all men are the same, absolutely, we are all the same. But we are not all the same for that one woman we will eventually find. I've been a dog to plenty women, you feel me? But whenever I find a woman and I assume that she is my one, I'm a whole different creature. Mm-hmm. Naturally. Nobody telling me to do nothing different. Ain't nobody putting no battery in my back.
Turn on.
I just want to be different for her. You feel me?
Do the same thing.
No, sure. But the difference is y'all are the selector, and that's why the burden is on you, whether you like it or not. No matter how that man acted, you had to pick him. I don't get to pick my woman. I have to present myself to my woman, and she picks me. You see what I'm saying? Every day a woman has a choice.
And that's why men are so different when you meet them versus when you have them, is because they're trying to get picked.
Exactly.
And once you pick them, then they can be however they want to be because they've gotten chosen.
So when shit goes horribly wrong, especially when it goes horribly wrong multiple times, you have to say, what's wrong with me? Because I chose all of them. You feel me? None of them niggas chose you. You wasn't chasing them niggas down. Them niggas hollered at you and you was like, oh, no, you. And you turned down other niggas for him.
Right.
So what's up with your selection process? So that's why I always put the burden on women. Don't ever say men are bad. It's the shit that you into that's bad. Because good niggas approach women, especially if you're pretty. If you kind of pretty, good niggas approach you all the time. You turn them down. Mm-hmm. And then we live in a culture where y'all will make fun of the niggas that you turn down. And a lot of them be the niggas that mean you the best while you getting played by the nigga you love so much.
But that's the hard part, because the bad ones mask themselves as good ones, and it's so hard to decipher between the good.
But see, the issue is this, is right. What he's saying is that it's not the good ones, the bad ones masking themselves as good one. The issue is what you see as good. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's the issue, is what you see as good. You feel me? That's the problem. If you start seeing the right shit as good, then the bad ones can't fake that. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can't fake certain shit.
You sure can.
You can fake an accent all day long, but if I'm from there, I know what that shit. I know it's fake. Right. You feel me? So it's just like what y'all think is good is the issue. It's never that the dude is faking good. He just, you feel me? You can't play a role you ain't really built for.
Facts. And a lot of shit is good is it's not as sexy. It's not as fly. It's not as cool. You get what I'm saying?
It never is for real.
No. Same thing with a wife though. It's no different on reverse. A lot of things that are good wife material ain't the most fun thing.
But what's different about them and us though is that the boring shit in a woman excites us, and the exciting shit in a man excites them. The bad shit, like if you when a man thinks about a good girl, right? Mm-hmm. What does she look like to you? Paint that picture. Like her behavior.
No, I got it in my head. You want me to paint it out loud? Or
paint it out loud. Her behavior.
Her behavior. Yeah. A woman who is not gossipy, a woman who doesn't go out much, if at all. Right. A woman who dresses appropriately, doesn't show major skin.
Right.
You know what I mean? A little neck might be cool.
Right.
Leopard pants might be all right from time to time.
Right.
Yeah, but like
so now in the women's world, that would be considered a boring woman for the most part. So when a woman selects a man, it's tall, dark, handsome, athletic, got a good job, got money, and that's usually tied to a toxic nigga.
Fact. If you feel funny, fucking yes.
Right. So my thing is, those are the glamorous things and exciting thing in men world, but we look at niggas like that nigga ain't gonna never sit down.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? The motherfucker with the regular job, the work shirt, you feel me, who ain't got too much motion going on. He ain't that handsome. He ain't got no muscles and shit. The best nigga in the world, that's the boring shit in their world. They don't like that. So it's just like when we see a woman that's all of the things that the men are that they like, beautiful, curvy, all these extra things. You feel what I'm saying? That's not what makes us see wife.
We want to play with it.
We want to play with it, but they don't make us see wife. Yeah. You feel me? But those are the things they want to keep.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
That's bass fishing for niggas. When you see us with that thick ass girl, all that ass everywhere, not your kind. I'm talking about the fake shit. But when you see them the made up ones, you know what I'm saying? All that bullshit. Like we big bass fishing. Like basically we want to catch it. Show it to our friends,
right, and throw it back.
Look at what I had, and then I'm throwing it back in the water. Like I'm not like we're not keeping it. It's like look what I did.
Right,
you feel me?
Right.
So yeah, that's all it is.
Right.
Like,
so that's what I mean by the boring ones are the ones we choose. Like we don't trap exciting things and hold on to them. Mm-hmm. Now if you just happen to be boring and fine as hell, you feel what I'm saying? The fine as hell is almost secondary to that.
Facts.
You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like with them, the things that excites them are usually tied to toxic niggas, and it's like they're trying to find a version of that's not a toxic nigga when those are toxic niggas. Niggas go out to get this shit to be toxic niggas.
Real shit,
you feel what I'm saying? Nigga with a work shirt ain't toxic because he ain't. You feel me? He ain't chasing the toxic shit.
Right. I'm too tired when I get off work to be toxic.
Right. And that's gonna bore the fuck out of them. So it's just like, bro, it's almost like you want to have your cake and eat it too. You want tall, dark, handsome, and it's like you have to. It's just like we talk about creating the character all the time. When you take that handsome up, some of them other attributes gonna fall. Yeah. Loyal might fall a little bit. Rich, you feel me? Fucking monogamy might fall a little bit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like it's like you gotta them twist them meters to make them fit what you're looking for.
I think what'll help is, I just think, like I said, I have to put the burden on y'all because it's never our choice. I can want a woman till the cows come home. Unless I'm gonna take it, which will lead me to prison, I don't have no choice, right? But to wait on her selection, or I'm just not the dude, right? I think if y'all start looking at relationship as more as a servant role, I think it'll help out. You see what I'm saying? Instead of more of a what can I get role. You get what I'm saying? Not even material things. You know what I mean? Even if it's just the excitement of the person. I know submission is a trigger word, so find someone that you want to serve before you select him. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
find some. Like think about all the shit you don't want to do, and wait till a nigga gives you like, you know what? I could do this for this nigga. Mm-hmm. If you wait until you feel like that, I think because it's only so long. If I'm a bad guy, it's only so long I can pretend. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It's only so long I can fake this. Now, good ones can fake it a long time because it's easy to get other pussy on the side. That's the only catch about making a nigga wait for a long time. I can still get pussy on the side and wait on your ass. You feel me?
And a nigga will wait forever.
Yeah. So you have to put pressure on him to spend a lot of time with you without getting pussy. But anyway, whenever you feel like this is the person worth doing all those things you hate so much, give that a shot first. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of the nigga like, I just want to lock him down so can't nobody else fuck with him. If he ain't the one for you, like if he the one for you, he not gonna go fuck with nobody else anyway. Yeah. He'll still be in your face, period. So you don't have to rush to lock the nigga down so much. But that's just my theory on what may or may not help. But y'all some wicked creatures, man.
I mean, I'm currently not dating, so I don't have to worry about none of that shit. Like, you know, I ain't got...
Niggas love talking about they ain't dating. Y'all fucking, though. It's the same thing.
It's not.
It is the same thing. Mm-mm. It's the same thing. It's a shortcut for niggas. Niggas winning in this situation. Women say that like they be winning, bro. Like
I'm saying like I'm not looking to make nobody in a relationship. Because you were saying when y'all go looking, I'm not looking.
Yeah. But what I'm telling you is that's the perfect world for us. To where we can fuck some and not have to commit to nothing. Right. And that's why a lot of y'all ain't gonna never find niggas because...
But don't ever be happy. Don't ever be happy. Even if that's what you're doing and you cool with that, like I'm not looking for that, don't ever be that.
Who said I wasn't doing... I'm saying like you was like, when you go looking, I'm like, I'm not doing nothing.
No,
I'm not fucking or nothing?
No, I'm not talking to nobody. I'm just...
But you know y'all do that for 2 weeks and swear you man. I ain't talking to nobody. It's been 2 weeks.
No. I'm just not talking to nobody.
Well, my thing is this.
I don't really be having time for real.
Most women that you meet, bro, have fucked outside of a relationship at some point. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of the times it's just like, that's why I don't get. It's just like you'll have these conversations with women and they'll talk about how they're not gonna let no dude cheat on them or they're not fucking with no dude. That's, you feel me? But it's like you fucking the nigga that's fucking a bunch of people like right now, and he has to do nothing for you.
Listen, I get mad at the
niggas. It's a win.
I get mad at the niggas you fucked before me. Like if we date, I ask you about like your previous experience. Mm-hmm. If he did less shit than I did to fuck you, I'm hot. Because I don't understand it.
Right. Why he get the pussy on discount?
Facts.
I'm paying the max.
But so
because you like me.
You asked like
fuck that.
You charge me more because you like me.
You asked like what, like how long it took him or
anything. No, if he spent less money, if he took less time,
if he didn't have to go with you.
That's the worst. Yeah. If I'm in a relationship and you tell me you fucked the nigga without a relationship, I hate you already though. We already got to build back up. So I don't understand.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's crazy. That's crazy.
Don't get better with me.
That's what's crazy. It's crazy logic to me. Mm-hmm. Like a woman to be like, bitch, I ain't in no relationship. I'm gonna do it. I'm like, bro, we winning. Because at the end of the day, everything a man does for you is a mission to fuck you. If he can fuck you without the mission, how do you win?
You don't.
How do you win? Like my thing is, it's funny because we'll have a conversation we'll talk about prostitutes, right?
Right.
And a woman will be like, that bitch out there selling her pussy, you feel me? Right? And it's just like the same nigga she sold the pussy to, fuck you for free.
That's a fact.
And he not your nigga. Who won?
That's a fact.
That is a fact though.
Who won?
Every nigga who fuck a prostitute got a girlfriend.
Right. He got somebody he fucking for free.
Yes.
And he chose to go pay $50 for that pussy or $40 or whatever the fee may be. Mm-hmm. He go pay for that pussy.
You know why? Because the transaction was fun. The chase was fun. the mission was fun.
But I'm fucking you with no mission.
Exactly.
How do you win?
Bitch, I could go to jail over here. That's fun. This is exciting. Ain't nothing better than pussy.
Yeah, I've always asked women to explain that logic to me. Because it's just like at the end of the day, I feel like this, right? I look at men and women like fishing. You feel me? And women love to say like, well, what if we do it? I'm like, shit, I would love it if fish jumped on my boat. You feel me? I'm the fisherman. You feel me? I'm casting the rod for this shit, but if y'all gonna jump on the boat.
That's their favorite thing though. What if I did it? What bitch you do?
Yeah, I'm like, you got caught. There's no, you feel me? Like men are the beneficiaries of sex. You feel me? We benefit. Fact. You feel me? No matter how good the dick may be to you, it's a benefit though.
It's so oxymoronic. It's like a slinky, bro. In order to punish me, you got to benefit another nigga. They don't work.
Right.
In order to make your nigga mad, you got to go lessen yourself and give it to a nigga for nothing. What's the point of that?
Right.
You lose either way.
And that's what's up.
And matter of fact, that makes me feel better about cheating on you. Because you're a whore deep down inside any motherfucking way. Does that make any sense at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't cheat. I would just leave. So
right. You get mad at me. You get mad at me and go get your sweets to somebody else. I'm like, you still gave them away.
For a nigga who did nothing.
Right.
Great job.
I was buying them and you gave them away.
You really showed me. You really got me. You fucked the nigga who cares about you less than me. Great job.
Right. To make me mad and to piss me off. Just like, bro, like, there's no win in that.
Now, this is my favorite thing to tell women to do. If you think your side nigga like you, ask him, can you stay with him?
What?
Yeah, exactly. What? If you think your side nigga, exactly. He gonna be like, yeah, what? Yeah. If you think your side nigga, for all your women who think you fucking nigga on the side, who like you,
stay with him.
Yeah, tell that nigga you finna leave your boyfriend and let me stay with you.
Do people really have side niggas?
No.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that really a thing?
No, niggas have side women. You don't have a side nigga. You just fucking two niggas.
That's why I asked. Do people really have side?
Niggas got side women, but women like you got a side nigga. That's I don't know, bro.
Hey, quick question: would you rather your nigga have a prostitute or a side girl?
Side.
Why?
Because prostitutes come with a lot of uncleanliness.
Prostitutes wear more rubbers than regular women. Would you rather your
facts
safe environment?
I wouldn't know.
Facts. Then nigga fucking that girl they cheating on you with raw. And she fucking some other people too, so you fucking all them people.
Yeah. You should know what this side. Yeah, you should know he fucking the side girl raw. You know, but that's what I'm saying. The prostitute was safer. He wouldn't have got the prostitute pregnant.
Facts.
And the prostitute ain't gonna call y'all house or call his phone either.
Facts.
But like, can I pick the type of prostitute? Like, if it's a nice call girl, I would rather that. But if it's
she's
like
selling pussy
on T Street, like no teeth and shit, like nah, you can have a side bitch.
At least save more money that way.
Nah, no.
You're a wild boy for your teeth.
I couldn't. I'm not. I can't.
If you ever dated a dope boy, this is my favorite line too though. If you've ever dated a drug dealer, them prostitutes you see walk around, that's what's sucking your nigga dick. They don't always have money. Is that too much? That's too much reality for you?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying for all of y'all who love thug niggas and street niggas. You sharing, there's one night that you sucked that nigga dick
with a basin
that a bitch who died 2 weeks later did too.
just swap base and spit.
That's a fact. I'm just getting pressed with crack.
That sounds so nasty when you say you
swap
just
base
swap
and
base.
spit.
Nah, what's nasty is them sores on her hand, and your nigga still let him suck that.
Inject that dick with them sore hands.
Fact.
The tail from the crew hand.
The worst part about it is when she get the big leg,
Y'all
she infected, so she got the one big leg and the one regular leg. Yeah, head still fire though. This nigga gonna hate me. See, that's the fucked up part of y'all think I'm bullshitting. But I just told y'all the dead ass truth though. That's the fucked up part about it though.
This nigga somewhere right now getting roasted from leather base and get him some head.
Ain't got a fine girl at home.
Tripping.
And finna go get penicillin tomorrow from letting that base suck him up. That's a fact.
Ew, but why? See, that's what I don't understand. Like, it's just like it doesn't matter who's doing it. It's just
it's enthusiasm. Nobody sucks dick better than the bitch who need it. I need them drugs. I need them.
You ain't never sucked dick like you need.
That's why
drugs.
you tell her no at first. I'll suck your dick money, bitch. Go ahead with that shit. Come on now, you know I need it. All right, then, come on. Man. You gotta let her say. She need it. You don't need it.
You ain't gonna do it the same.
Exactly.
no charity.
If you had to suck dick for a place to stay, yeah. No? You ever sucked the dick because you had to?
No.
Exactly.
Never.
my point proven. Imagine if you had to suck a dick to survive. You would go crazy, wouldn't it?
Absolutely, they go crazy.
Facts. They want to get it over with as fast as possible. They got shit to do.
I don't want to think about it. You made me feel sick.
This is why people happy. Hey, before we go, Tory Lane's guilty.
Man, what you can't put that in before we go?
Yeah, I mean, we got 15
minutes.
Okay. I've been having to talk about this so much in the salon. I'm so tired of it, but it's just like, I'm not saying Meg didn't get shot, so don't come for me. She got shot, clearly. I just don't think Tory did it. I think Kelsey did it. That's what I think. That's what I feel. The British man talking about he saw a girl with the gun first.
He did say that.
Why the fuck? And then no one, every time I tell people about this witness, everybody's like, the who? I'm like, this man said nigga in court like 14 times and told them folks he didn't want to say it. Y'all don't remember this man saying a girl had the gun and the short guy that was really aggressive got it from her? I'm confused as to why this man is getting charged with it and not Kelsey. Or not, this is a mistrial.
Took a plea deal already.
Right, but then why is the world still being like, fuck Tory Lanez? Like, just because he lied about other shit, if he ain't shoot that girl, he ain't shoot that girl. It don't matter if he knew it, don't matter if he was there.
Meg lied about a lot of shit. So
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know she got shot and she is the victim here. However, your friend did it, girl.
Quick sidebar. Does being a part of the woman empowerment movement mean that you have to ignore facts? I'm starting to feel like that's what woman empowerment is.
I don't know.
Like, does believe women shit, is it just like whatever y'all say?
I don't watch TV and the news enough to know what it is.
You really don't see the women like challenging each other's words at all ever, really. Like, it's almost like if you go against it and if you're not for it, it's like you against women. Just like if you had an opinion about the Brittany Griner thing and you like, that's a bad trade, it's just almost like now you hate women because you said that was a bad trade when you just might have felt like it was, you feel me?
We seen Chrissy lead the chat because she didn't care about facts. Nobody had a problem with rape, or when I say problem, like, we all agree what rape should be punished by, right? I think me and your punishments was harsher than society's punishments, right? We don't got no, but they act like there's not another side. There are hundreds and thousands of cases of men who've been lied on. Right. So it's not that we have we agree with rape, of course not. But we like, if we can't just because a woman says it, we can't just believe it. We like, okay,
we got to investigate.
Yeah, I'm listening to you if you say rape, but like, what happened? What are the facts? What?
It's just kind of like,
and it's like almost like they want you to just say like, believe me, motherfucker. Like, I shouldn't have to explain. He did.
Yeah, because when
like,
you're a victim, that's
explain.
exactly how you feel. As a victim, you feel like I shouldn't have to say that I'm lying about a man stealing my vagina. That's how you feel.
How do we know if we wasn't there? And let me be honest. And I'm not comparing traumas. I'm not putting nobody's trauma against nobody else's trauma. But it is just as egregious to rape a woman as it is to throw a man in jail who didn't rape a woman. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do. I absolutely do. But being a person of, I don't feel like, that's what I'm saying with Tory. I don't feel, if you didn't do it, you don't deserve to go to jail.
Lying about a man raping you can get him raped.
Correct.
Right. But and I feel like what he's saying is relevant for the simple fact that if you flip this and supposedly she shot him, she wouldn't be in jail for 20. She wouldn't be facing 20 years right now. It would have been looked at a little different. Yeah. You feel me?
That's because our judicial system does not. is not made for black men.
No, but my problem is not the judicial system. It's us. The community is mad. Like everybody acting
right.
Like,
that's what I'm saying. The outrage wouldn't have been the same if she shot him in the foot.
Yeah.
You feel me? The outrage would be different
as well. But
you feel me? She wouldn't be looked at. She wouldn't be losing a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't be like.
They would be taking.
In regards to the case, I think they looked at his history.
That's like wrong though,
and I get that, but they're looking at everything else surrounding
that has nothing to do with the fact that the
that's why I'm
and she's not saying that it does, man.
No, I'm saying
that's what they look
at. That's what they
used
crazy to incriminate him, like when he slapped August Alsina for no reason and all of this other shit. So they took that into play, even though they may not have verbally said it.
But he's a fuck nigga.
But
I was gonna say no. August, he slapped them for a reason. Now,
yeah.
He ain't slapping him for nothing. He slapped
no,
him
but
for a
according to the video, the man didn't want to speak. He had a mask on.
He has a small man complex. He's a fuck nigga. There's many stories about him doing bitch ass nigga shit.
Right.
So I'm not a fan of Tory Lanez at all.
Right.
But the law is beyond a reasonable doubt. There is plenty of reasonable doubt that it wasn't him.
Right.
The fact that Kelsey asked for an immunity plea before. Why do I need immunity if I didn't
do
shoot
nothing?
you,
Right.
bitch? You feel me? So you had to give me a motherfucking immunity before I testify.
Right, just in case they find out that I did the shit now.
I feel like the reason why she did that, now they just want to convict somebody because they know she was shot and the only other person they can convict, Kelsey took herself out of the equation, so they gotta convict Tory.
And that's just some wild ass shit to me.
But the fact, like he's saying, because she took an immunity plea was like admission of some guilt in some sense. Like if I went there, like I don't need an immunity plea for some shit I'm being accused of and I wasn't even there.
Yeah. The witness didn't take one, the man, because he wasn't involved in it, right? Exactly. But and he said he saw Kelsey with the gun first. But regardless of who shot it is, like let's say Tory did shoot it. None of us were there, so we don't know. It's beyond a reasonable doubt. Meg has lied on several occasions. Her story has changed. First, I saw him with it. Her original report is I didn't see him. I was turned away.
And then you had the whole story about how y'all never had a relationship. You were never intimate. You did that on a major platform.
Gail, wasn't it with
Gail King? And you volunteered to do that.
And you fake cried with it. So, and that's my thing is like when you hit the fake cry, bro, and we find out you lying, bro. It's almost like that's what we got a problem with. The way you hit the fake cry, we find out you lied, but we still can't. We can't question nothing you say now because you're a woman still. Like, yeah, no, but you lied.
It's always a reason. She did lie. And you weren't under oath, so you have the right to lie, which is fine. But that also allows me to question your credibility.
And then how did he even let this go, like, finish when the bodyguard, he turned up and turned himself in.
That was a quick-ass trial, bro.
The bodyguard done turned himself in now.
That shit was over fast.
Where was he?
He didn't say, but he went and turned himself into authorities.
Now, they say he was working the World Cup. He was like security for one of them countries or some shit like that, supposedly. But he got a mean appeal, which I think the jury did not understand the assignment.
That's
right. Like it's not that I'm saying Tory's innocent. It's not that I'm a fan of Tory and I hate Meg, even though I'm not a big fan of Meg as a person. But there is too much reasonable doubt to say that man shot.
Right. And I think trials like that though are weird because you can't find a jury that aren't familiar with these people or don't have the bias. It's impossible to be a juror in a Michael Jackson case and not have any bias one way or another. Right. You feel me? It's almost like because you've watched. It's almost like when I come on a jury, I'm judging some shit with two people I have no history of, no background, no nothing.
Even though they tell you,
right? But I go in like Michael Jackson has been in front of me my whole life. I go in on his trial. And whether I think he's a pedophile or whatever he's shown me, it's almost like I got to watch him grow up. Right. How the fuck do I judge that fairly? I'm walking in with bias.
You can't.
So it's just like with Tory Lanez, I think a lot of that shit, that's how I knew it wasn't going to go good for him because everybody came in with bias against him. And that, if not against him, they were in favor of Meg. Anytime you got a situation with a man and a woman going at it on some shit that had anything to do with anything physical, everybody's going to side with the woman by default. You feel me? Until there's strong evidence to sway them in a different direction, but it has to be strong evidence. You feel me? So
even her hairstylist was against her. She's a different person when she's drunk, and Kylie did put her out. Like,
and see how that ain't even enough. But you see how that ain't even enough. Even all of this evidence and all of these things still isn't enough because of the people who it is. You feel me? Like had this been, let's say for instance, had this been Tory Lanez against a random groupie. You feel me? You think he'd be going to jail now?
No, not at all.
You feel what I'm saying? So
if
it's the influence.
Him against another dude, he wouldn't be going.
It's the influence of the person he's up against. Had it been him and Justin Bieber, he'd be in the same situation. You feel me? Because the influence when you have celebrities that are going through shit like this, it's gonna be whoever is most influential is gonna come out on top most of the time.
Right.
The fact that they trust Meg veneers is a problem with me. Like, you should have known she was untrustworthy from her veneers.
Who won the trial of Johnny Depp and his old lady?
Johnny Depp.
Influence.
Yeah.
But
a lot of times.
but if you watch that trial,
I watched the trial.
That bitch throw.
I watched the trial, but
big throw.
But let's say that had been Madonna.
I still smash.
Madonna and a motherfucker we don't know about. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
influence gonna win a lot of times.
Absolutely.
Yeah, influence gonna win a lot.
But my biggest thing, I just wanted to know that I just feel like that this woman empowerment thing, because even when you discuss something as sensitive as rape, and God knows I feel like I'm more pro woman than women. I don't think that the way the movement is set up, I don't feel like it's pro woman at all. Mm-hmm. But even when you talk about anything, we talked about rape in the chat, right?
Yeah.
And no one was saying that a woman doesn't have the right to not tell her story.
Yeah.
If you, like, literally, if you are a rape victim and you're not comfortable talking about it, that is absolutely your right. And I can never criticize you for how you deal with your trauma. But the facts of the matter are, the longer you wait, the less the evidence is not present. So whenever you come out and say it, I do respect your right to not, but there's weaker evidence that something happened. And I cannot just throw him in prison because you said something.
Right.
Because they're proven liars.
But
did you ever see the NFL, the dude? Well, he wasn't an NFL dude. He was the guy who's supposed to get drafted in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Girl said that he raped her. They send this man to prison for 15 years, right? In prison, he was in prison for 3 years, right? His prime years of his NFL career that would have gave him life-changing wealth for his family, right? He was on the internet, on Facebook. He stayed in touch with this girl until he finally got her to admit that she lied. And she was like, I apologize. It was so fucked up what I did to you. Now, this girl had also got a multi-million-dollar payment from the school because she said the rape happened on school grounds. And they failed her, right? So she had got money from the school. That nigga turned that shit in. They released him, and they forced her to pay the money back, which I don't know how the fuck she gonna do because she don't have it no more, right? But that man will never get that shit back. No. That was gonna change his family for fucking generations.
Is she in jail for doing something?
No.
You feel me? And that's what's wild. That's what's wild. That's the wildest part of that shit.
So it's like, if there is no repercussions for a woman to lie, I always have to hear the facts. There's no repercussions for you lying on a dude. So I do want to support you. I definitely want to be on your side if you're a victim, but I also, because I didn't witness it, have to see how it happened.
That's how it used to happen with back in the day with white women when they accused black men of doing something.
It's the same thing.
Just like,
yes.
No matter if he did it or not. By default, motherfucker, we'll hang you and figure it out later.
Right. And that's exactly what Believe Women is. It's no different than when racism was in full blown.
Karen calls.
A white woman to say, "Hey, that nigga did something, whistled at me, touched me," and it was no questions asked. Get a rope.
We'll figure it out later. Yep.
That's not how this
and
shit
then when you
gotta
find
go,
out
bro.
it never happened, it's just like, hey, don't do that again.
Right.
So I'm not anti-woman because I just want to hear it's just the consequences are too dire
for us
to make a mistake. Right. But you do have the right to do whatever you want to do with your trauma. That's not at all what I'm telling anybody. It just lessens the facts.
Mm-hmm.
I think it depends on the circumstances, though, because there are people who it's happened to, and I'm not for either side. Mm-hmm. If she's lying, then yes, I feel like women who lie should be persecuted to the highest extent. Mm-hmm. But in situations where, like, for example, my cousin, this happened to her, and it started at 3, and she went to court, and they put her on the stand at 6, and they threw the entire case out, and this man still walks the street. That's where I defended Chrissy. Mm-hmm. It wasn't that I didn't believe any part of it, but there are situations where the rapist gets away because they try to find a way to discredit a child or discredit a person, and there's not enough circumstantial evidence to convict. And so in those cases, yes, it kind of sucks because this man got to roam free and he became a predator to someone else's child and someone else's child. So that's the only thing where I was
but when you think about that, though, it's almost like because one motherfucker that did it got away, we should not give the motherfuckers who didn't do it a fair trial to get away. You feel what I'm saying?
No.
So it's just like, it
is. The law is not perfect. There is no perfect.
Exactly.
Right.
So it will let some monsters go, which hurts us all because the person, they could easily let someone go today that could eventually hurt my daughter. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that doesn't happen or that the law is perfect, but
It can save some lives too, though.
Yeah, that's what a lawyer is supposed to do. If I put that 6-year-old on the stand, I gotta see if something legitimately happened. My client he told me he was innocent. Shit, I don't know. It's my job to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
So I gotta see. And if the jury believed it, which sucks if the kid was telling the truth, but what can you do about it? You feel me? And that's where we do fail actual rape victims. Yeah. But like you said, that's the law. What am I supposed? You have to have that process.
Yeah, that happens in criminal court all around the board.
You have to have that process.
That's where you have to look at the 50-50 rule then, because it's the same thing with the ones who do get locked up and didn't do it. The court failed them this time.
Right.
Yeah, it failed them too. Yeah, but
I'm just saying we cannot go without that process. You can't just believe.
Right.
You have to have this, right? It's still not perfect, but without that process, we'll be fucked up. I swear to God, if the courts went to just believe women, every nigga would be in jail for rape. Bitches would get mad and just say that shit just because I don't fuck with you. Mm-hmm. And we just went to that's the system.
Right.
We all fucked up.
With no repercussion.
Facts. Yeah. Bitches would just say that shit just because.
And it's just like if they make a situation, and this is why if they make a situation to where if you go to court and we prove that he didn't rape you, you feel what I'm saying, you get the time, that could still be a situation too to where women who've actually been raped are afraid to go to court for the simple fact that he may be found not guilty and they get the time. So it's like it's a double-edged sword on both sides. Right. You feel what I'm saying? But like he said, I still think it would stop the motherfuckers who are faking this shit a lot more. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
You still gonna have both sides of it, but it just motherfucker won't be so quick to go and turn to that. And now you know when somebody is willing to take you to court for rape that this shit's serious because they're risking their own freedom to take you to court. You know there's a lesser chance that they lying right here.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
But they could tweak the law to where if it's unequivocally that you lied, that we could do something. Like the Chris Brown situation. The bitch, look how the news was going and they thought they had him for a second. Then that nigga released them text messages when she was begging for the dick, telling him it was so great and all that shit, and then that shit just died down, right? There's no repercussion for it. But anyway, what is y'all New Year's resolution before we go? Y'all got anything new going on for the new year that you got planned?
No, same thing.
That's just, your hair don't say that though.
He said a New Year's hair?
Yeah. Same thing. Continue.
What the hell say she gonna do this year?
It just say, I just hear Mary J. Blige in my head when I see that song.
Which song?
That I'm Fine record, the one I hate. You know, I don't know how that shit go.
Which? Talking about the
she just sing Fine. Woo! Yeah, that bullshit. That shit.
All right, New Year's resolution, relationship goals.
You gonna get it one?
Hopefully, one day.
You gonna submit next year?
Of course.
You know what that is? Like you need to.
You gonna turn into a girlfriend when you get a boyfriend, or you gonna be a girlfriend before you meet the boy?
You told me I have to be a wife.
If you're looking for a husband, yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna be somebody's wife this year.
You gonna still have that fake mole on when you meet him?
It's real. It's real. It's not going nowhere.
All right, I see. What you got?
I have some business things that are starting up, so I have a couple new ventures I can't really say yet, but
that's cool.
Yeah, I have a few new things that I'll be doing. And the same old with my kids. You know, my son about to start middle school, so I don't know. I'm trying to prepare myself for that.
Are you done with astrology? You done?
No.
Going into we can stop that.
No.
We don't have to carry that. Like, come on, it's over, right?
No,
it's 2023. It's got to be over. It's done.
No, it's not. It's not over ever. Over. No. I might start actually doing birth charts again for a job again. I used to do that as a paid thing. It was lucrative.
Can we let go of crystals?
No. I'm sorry. I'm not.
There's no power in them crystals. If they were, they wouldn't be for $13.99.
Mine aren't for $13.99 actually. No, I'd actually like to get geodes where I crack the rocks and get it myself.
But I'm saying, but if there was power in them rocks, you wouldn't afford. We couldn't afford them. You understand? Facts. If them rocks did something, they wouldn't give them us.
They wouldn't let you have
them. Same as diamonds. Diamonds don't technically give you any. A diamond is a crystal.
Yeah, but it's the rarity.
An amethyst is a crystal.
But nobody puts a diamond on and think this gonna give me power. It give me pussy, but it don't give me power.
It's a certain amount of power, baby.
But you do get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying, but you don't get what I'm saying.
Crystals don't do shit.
Okay, are we? Okay.
Can we let them go in 2020? I'm just trying to start something new.
You can let them go whenever you want to.
Yeah, I never pick them up. Unless I will. If my girl fine enough, I will pray to the crystals with her. Like,
no, nobody pray to them.
What they do?
You just have them for meditation purposes, keeping you calm. Just same as You know what I'm saying?
So whenever
I wear other things. So whenever you
frantic, you pick up a crystal.
No, it's protection. You know what I'm saying? Same way you have a bulletproof vest. I guess if you go somewhere,
it's not the same as a bulletproof vest.
I could shoot
a bulletproof vest. A bulletproof vest stop a bullet.
Right.
For me, I wear things for protection. Same as that.
What is it? What does the crystal protect?
My energy. Me not to snap and spaz on people. It's mental. If I feel like it's helping me, my brain is telling me it's helping me. It's helping me. So I'm gonna use them for those.
So you can use anything. You don't have to be a crystal.
I guess you could.
It's one of those things where you believe something so much to where it becomes your reality.
So basically,
it's actually proven that they're different stones as well. And if you believe it, then it'll work for you. I mean, it's not something I made up.
She ain't told you shit that would prove in the whole conversation.
I didn't say you made it up. I definitely know. I'm not putting the crystal life on you, but
no, I know. I'll get you a book.
But it's not proven.
It is proven.
Like Jesus is more proven than the crystals. Nobody's seen that nigga
and
ever.
guess what they presented him with?
A crystal?
Some crystals.
And that's why he died. Because he held them crystals.
No, rubies. These are all crystals.
No, they presented him. Yeah, how mad. They presented him with stones. Them wasn't crystals.
They presented him with stones. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Man, so they presented him with stones, not crystals. That's fucked up.
They took them crystals and they threw them. I gotta pray.
It was some big ass crystals.
Hey, what you got, man?
And I have some more gym goals too. I'm trying to be a fit girl. I want to have muscles. I got a little bit of muscles.
So. Nah, I fuck with that though. You know, muscles, girl. You don't want no muscles on her.
I got a little bit.
Hey, now you'll be cute with muscles in that hair.
Nah, that ain't muscle hair. She gonna look like a nigga if she get some muscles with that hair.
No, man, listen.
Y'all trying to have me look like Glorilla.
Black women and muscles, go together. They look good. They don't look bad. I'm not talking y'all be like brutally buff, but a fit black woman is sex like Car Grill.
Fit, yes.
Whatever her
I don't
name
want
is.
like
I'll put a picture of me.
muscles though. I don't want the hard body.
I want like Angela Bassett arms or something close to it.
I feel that's just the worst example. Angela Bassett, was she ever attractive to y'all?
She was.
I think she's pretty. I love her bone structure. She reminds me of Tiana Taylor a lot. I love that bone structure.
I fuck Tiana though. You think Tiana pretty?
Yeah, Tiana tough.
I'll knock her down too though.
Look at her. She's muscular and slim.
Yeah, she's strong as fuck too.
Yeah, she is though. It's that voice kind of throw me off a little bit.
Oh, she's the best R&B album. I swear. You have to go listen to her album. The one that she remade at different beats. Oh,
2023. I think I'm gonna date a girl with wear black shirts, leopard pants, and sits on love seats before podcasts, that kind of stuff. That's what I'm planning on.
That is not what
I think that's a good idea. What y'all think?
At all.
Y'all don't think that's a good idea?
It's a good idea, but not for you.
I heard they don't. Why it's not for me? Why you holding? That's holding. What? Why not for me? No, explain. Let's do this before we go. Come on, quickly. Why not for me?
Your resolution. Go ahead.
No. Tell me why that's not that mythical woman I just made up. Why is she not for me? I need to know. Come on now, for me. You gotta show. You gotta. People don't understand. You gotta show.
You're not ready for that.
Okay,
Adam.
why am I not ready for that?
But you said it on the show multiple times.
Did I'm a great boyfriend?
Yeah, but you stuck on who?
Yeah, but she ain't stuck on me. So.
Man, they say you gotta stick somewhere else.
Unstick me. Yeah, give me something to stick to. Maybe that ain't for me. That is life trying to say my crystals ain't lining up. So that's it. Just because I got feelings for somebody else.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm saying that person probably got feelings. I mean, she act like she ain't doing nothing, but she can't fool me. Yeah, no, all that ass don't just pray. Not gonna tell me that.
Hey, what was your New Year's resolution?
Can't fool me, shit.
Nah, mine is I don't really make New Year's resolutions. I'm one of them people. You know how nigga always say that I don't really do no New Year's resolution. I do this shit 365.
Right.
Nah. Live this shit every day.
Oh man.
Nah, but mine is just to be more consistent in all the shit I'm supposed to be doing, and to spend less non-beneficial time on social media. If I'm on social media, I need to be doing something productive or something to grow something. Agreed. And not just fucking scrolling endlessly. Yeah, so but just consistency, and I think that'll fix everything else wrong in my life. So just being consistent and like really like going harder with the podcast. That's a big goal that we talk about. So yeah, just the things that I'm doing, I just want to be more consistent.
And y'all stop telling us that the podcast fire. Tell some other people. We know.
Right.
Help spread the motherfucking word about the podcast. That's what it's. I just can't believe you said that, though. It's you brand new today. Anyway, Happy New Year to everybody. By the time y'all see this, New Year's will have come. So I hope we make it to New Year's. It ain't there yet. It's somebody here today that ain't gonna make it. Mm-hmm. So may God be with everybody. Everybody be safe. I love y'all. Thank y'all for coming through. Thank y'all for watching the podcast, man. It's been a dope year. And please follow us, man. Big things to come next year. And this is Anxiety Issues Podcast. We out.
Peace.